Ugh. Hey. How's it going, everyone? I am booting Rumble. I only use Rumble mostly as a backup. Let's see if it's going. Hey, Rumble's going to work this time. I know what's happened to Rumble last time. They had the "Are you a human?" thing pop up, and I didn't respond. Did that when I went live. Tater says, there will be sour cream and butter when you are done. What the heck? Hey, Jay Watterson, K, how's it going? Sorry, guys, I really wanted to be earlier in this, but come on. 1:30 is early for me. You got to give me that one. How's it going? Sorry, I need a drink here. It's not Jolt Cola. It is a Redcon 1 energy drink version of Jolt, and it's actually very good. It shocked me. Tastes a lot like the great flavor that Jolt Cola did have, but without that aftertaste. All right, so as you guys can see, oh boy, we are going to talk about the, you can tell by my title. Hey, I don't buy truckloads of aluminum foil and tin foil, whatever you want to call it, put it around my neck here, or under my hat very often. But man, the Brown University thing and the Epstein thing was both kind of a letdown, man. It just was. I'm not human. Why? Why am I not human, Jimmy? What's up, buddy? Hey, do me a favor on your way in. Give me that thumbs up at least. For being on here before 4 a.m. Oh, Lord loves a duck. Say hello to the couple people on Grumble. How you doing, Grumblers? All right, before we hop into this, I don't want to bury the lead, but I'm going to ask you guys. What did you think about the Brown University guy found deceased? And what did you think of the Epstein files release? And I'm going to ask you right now, which one disappointed you more? Because Rumble says so, yeah. Oh, man. No, but really, to me, I know I'm going to get some stink eyes for this one. The Brown University shooting disappointed me more. How that got resolved disappointed me more than the Epstein thing. So that is where I'm at. And I'm killing time because I know there's a delay, even though I have it on low latency. So, because Rumble says so. But yeah, let's see. The Browns guy is kind of sketchy, yes. And right now I can just hear it. Jay Watterson is smiling somewhere. God dang it. He's smiling. He's going, come to the dark side with me. Come to the Candace side of the Force. God dang it. Well, that'd be the Brown side of the Force, right? But yeah, the Browns guy is kind of sketchy. Dude, I'm going to say yes. And that one disappointed me more than the Epstein thing. Hey, my thoughts on the Epstein stuff are we're not going to see jack that's real on anybody important. Yeah, Bill Clinton is not important. He's a nobody they can throw under the bus now. And come on, throwing out all the stuff on Bill Clinton, ooh, big surprise. Everybody's known he is probably the most prominent one in Epstein's kerfuffle. Come on, the painting of him over the mantle said it all. I own you, bitch. Yeah, so, The alleged Brown shooter planned everything out, got away just to self-delete. Jay Watterson, exactly. Sometimes I swear, man, I swear that we need to get blood tests done because we think the same sometimes, 100%. So yeah, let's head on over to that. Let me get me. Also, I have another problem with this, and we'll see. I'm going to bet at least one of you are going to have the same problem I did with it. I'm going to bet. Hey, K, look, background. Got some Christmas background going too. Come on. I didn't forget. I even have my room not darkened behind me like I usually do late nights. All right. Now, 48-year-old Brown University student was in Portugal. Yeah, he won the lottery to come in. Just a stupid thing we shouldn't be doing. Claudio Manuel Neves Valente, 48. Funny how suddenly, as soon as this guy was cold, pictures came out of him. Multiple pictures. Suddenly, after no clear images being released, we got stuff where we've talked about in this stream. This stuff is fast food drive up from the 1980s bad. Ain't none of us carrying one of these in our pocket, even if it's your grandpa using a flip phone that takes this crappy images we've been seeing. We saw jack and shit. And don't give me, well, isn't that just like the Charlie Kirk thing not releasing? No. We were looking for a suspect. When you are trying to pull in a suspect, get the public to help you, to get a bolo out for police officers. I've got some friends in some of the police forces. I'm not talking myself up. I know guys at the gym. And none of their buddies in any police force ever saw anything besides the grainy bullshit we saw. So something does stink. And I'm not looking at the chat because I know Jay Watterson is going to be smiling in that chat. But no, it stinks to high heaven. As you guys said, this guy planned this out meticulously. He did these shootings. They're saying the MIT shooting. Gonna be hard to disprove that now, isn't it? Now they can just say whatever. This guy did all this, planned it so well. They now are saying, oh yeah, he cased the joint for weeks before. Then he just goes and disappears and self-deletes. Come on, stinks. As soon as this guy is cold, suddenly this is popping up. This is popping up. There were images everywhere. And we also had a lot of people missed. A lot of people missed this crap. Brown University admitted during one of their press conferences, it shut down shitloads of their cameras to hide illegals that might be on their campus. Didn't want them on camera. Dude, lawsuits better bury that school. I mean, bury their asses. By the way, sorry guys, I apologize. Welcome to Lion's Den. I'm Kylie. I am the guy with the voice for silent cinema and the face for radio. How you doing? Let's see here. But yeah, let's see. Whomever heavily redacted the Epstein files was sniffing. They redacted stuff that we've already seen. I mean, it's just stupid. How you doing, Paul? Thanks for chatting on the phone the other night, buddy. I appreciate it. I was very tired, but I do appreciate the talk, man. And I'm glad you're going to get something fixed, hopefully, here soon. Oh, there was an FBI report in the 90s about Epstein, yet nothing ever came of it. Yeah, they had pictures of Bill Clinton swimming then with what they were pretty sure were underage people. Back then, nothing done. I mean, come on. Bill Clinton, I don't care what you think of him as president. But as a guy, he's kind of a scumbag. So, yeah. Someone stepped into nothing. Yeah. Well, remember, the Amy Roebuck on ABC had shitloads on the Epstein stuff. And they shit-canned her story. ABC News closed her down. She was pissed. So, yeah. And that was caught on video, or was it audio only? And she was mad. And nothing ever got done. Right there. Anybody at ABC that shut that story down should be very sus. And they should maybe have faced some charges. They helped a pedometer ring. It's done? Cool, Paul. All right. Hey, Paul. Is it going to take time for you to know if you're better? Or, well, yeah, you did say the other night and on the phone. They're going to have to retest and see if it's going to level out, right? And they don't have to go back in? Okay. Well, I'm glad you're home, buddy. I'm not sure why I would be listening to me after a surgery, but okay. But no, we'll talk about Brown first. But, yeah, this thing just stinks to high heaven. How these pictures and videos just popped up. I'm betting his body wasn't even fully cold. Something just reeks. And I'm going to say, okay. I'm going to say it wasn't the same people in our government that took out JFK. I'm going to say it's whoever was running this guy. I don't know. You want to go Mossad, do whatever. I think it was more of a terry towel ring. I know. I don't care. I think I can still say it, but sometimes my little channel gets dinged. You guys have seen me get taken down on YouTube when I start talking about a certain subject, but Rumble's going along fine. But yeah, I think we've let in people we have no effing clue who they are. None. This guy could be an agent for anybody. He could have been working for China for all we know. It could be a Muslim thing. We don't know. But damn, I mean, he's gone. He's cold. They just found him off of himself. Soon as I heard that, man, oh man, my favorite Martian antenna went, yeet. I was up. I was like, that's mighty convenient. It's damn convenient for the college because he can't say if anybody helped him. He can't say if anybody gave him any info. He can't say if he ran into people and they ignored it. And that just cleared a lot of people of some bullshit. But I'm telling you right now, Brown has got to get sued by people. There are people offed. And it is still very goofy that he everybody, a lot of witnesses are saying he aimed for that girl. So it reeks. More tests in 6 weeks. Okay. No, I just don't trust the whole thing. And I don't want to be like that. Sorry, I'm just checking Rumble, make sure Rumble's still scooting. I don't want to be like that, guys, but dang. I just can't. Maybe we just got lucky. Maybe Mother Nature, the universe, whatever, just said, yeah, we're going to save you some bullcrap trial, some BS, and this guy's just getting put in prison for life and we're paying for it. Maybe, you know, the universe, God said, nah, this one gets snuffed. So the family at least gets a little closure and don't have to face that this guy is still living in a jail somewhere while their loved ones who are no longer with us are still in the ground. Killed 2 people. Young guy, young girl. Sucks. But it's sus. It just is. It is very, Jay Watterson, man, stop sharing Luke's stuff. I do not, I'm sorry. I don't like most of Luke's videos. Most of his stuff is, to me, it's just Luke better not say too much about Candace. Luke says a lot that doesn't come out that way. Let's see, Providence Mayor. Oh, yeah, no, 100%. No, I'll give Luke that one, but everybody's saying that. Everybody's saying these asses. The link he shared is the Providence Mayor and everybody else standing up clapping at a game or something. But it's the mayor, that police chief that spoke more Spanish than English. Boy. Yeah, they didn't do jack. You're right. They really hid this. And I'm still waiting for the explanation. Oh, no, it was Jay Watterson. I looked at it, buddy. But no, it's here. I'll even, hang on. Whoa, that was a wrong button. Wee, got my dogs. Wee. Sorry, let me. Oh, here. It is. Oh, good grief. There it is. Oh, come on. Wrong. Well, that was the wrong thing to do, wasn't it? Well, I didn't know I could do that. Holy crap. All right. I don't know what I just did, but now I don't know how to undo it. That's what he shared. Does anybody know how to undo what I just did? But yeah, that's what he shared right there. That's really cool that I can do that, but I don't know what I just did. But yeah, no, I'll give Luke, and I don't think it's just Luke though. Everybody's saying this. Everybody was saying this before they caught this dead dude. These asses. And this little Pee Wee Herman son of a dingus, oh no, that's not being mean to Pee Wee Herman. Speedy Gonzalez here spoke more Spanish than English. His English is actually very hard to understand. So now I don't know how to undo this. Oh no, is that what it? Do I hit that? Ooh, I don't think that's a good plan. Ooh, I can even scan that. Oh, I like this. I don't know what I did, but I can scan it. Feel free to laugh, guys. Does that make it back up? No. Uh-oh. Does anybody know how to get that off of there? I don't. Holy crap. Well, that's a new. Ooh, I close there. Oh, that's what I do. Okay, so I can leave this. So if I X that, I close my studio, and that would be very bad. So they shouldn't even give me that damn X, and I should get away from it. Got it. So I have it. Wow. I don't even know how I did that, but I love this. If this is a YouTube thing, hey, go YouTube. Show me how to do it. But no, none of these assholes did anything. None of them. I'll get it off there in a sec here, but I want to take a look at a few of the answers. Yeah, that was good. But the thing is, a lot of these people are saying this. Where's the head of the college, the president of the college? Yeah, acting like they didn't have enough money to do anything. All right, I think I'll try closing this and see what happens. I don't know how I did that, though. That is crazy cool. Come on, I'm waiting for one of you guys in the chat to stop laughing at me and go, hey, here's how you did that, dum-dum. I don't know, but it's cool. Let's see what happens if I hit this X. This might be goodbye. Hey, it wasn't. Oh, mama. And it put my thing way behind. There we go. Wow, that was pretty cool. I learned something new. I am so proud of me. I don't know what I did, though. All I did was click on his thing, and somebody popped it over there. Okay, I'll figure it out. Senator Thanadar sounds like who I get. Yeah, don't even get me going, because Thanadar sounds too much like one of my favorite cartoon characters, Thundar. And I don't like it. That guy is goofy. He is goofy. He just is. But no, this whole thing with this guy, their images popping up, and they go, oh yeah, we know tons about him. And then the press conference after they found him, becoming room temperature was just so self-congratulatory and patted themselves on the back. Screw that. I'm not letting go that we never saw any of these damned images when people were in danger. This guy was out wandering around for 5 days. He could have injured or killed somebody else. And they didn't release these while he was out and about. What a load of shit. It stinks. If you didn't know what you did you learn anything? Well, I learned it can do it, Paul. I learned it'll do something cool. Do I know what I did? Nope. But I got a feeling if I click that again, it's when I move my mouse. This is a gaming mouse. It's set a little too high. But if I set it too low, man, this thing's got too many speeds for me. But I think I clicked over on the other one and it popped it in a different window. So it was kind of cool. But, okay. So now I remember I got a cool thing I can do. Woohoo me. But no, this is, I don't know. I just think it stinks. We're going to spend a lot of time on it. You guys all seem to agree with me. It stinks. It stinks to high heaven. Now, last question I'm going to ask. Do you think it stinks like United States government cover-up, Brown University cover-up, or somebody else cover-up? They used this guy and then took him out. I don't know if our government was getting enough out of this to do it. I would say more somebody else who just are trying to, hell, for all we know, this could be another trans thing. Another gay trans thing. Like Furry Boy. Take out somebody who's really big on this lefty campus who's turning some minds again. I don't know. So that's just me. All right. We are going to move on, and I apologize, but everybody's seen this image. This is probably the most popular of the Epstein images. So, all right. Now, if you've been quiet, Jay Watterson, sorry, any of you been quiet, now chime in. Go for it. Give me your aluminum foil theories. I was not as disappointed by this drop of files and images because I'm not expecting a lot. I think they're going to, no matter who's in office, they're going to cover this. And I'm going to say right now, any Democrat who's out there going, oh, release them, spare me the pearl clutching. You had 4 years under Biden where you guys didn't murmur a God-forsaken word about Epstein. None. Zip, zero, zilch, nada. Not until Trump came into office. And then suddenly, Epstein! Nothing for 4 years. Zero. Zero. And now you're just wacky waving arm man at the front of the cell phone building. Gotta have Epstein. Spare me. And that includes Ro fucking Khanna. And sorry, Massey, you too. I didn't see Massey throwing this big of a hissy for the 4 years. Ro Khanna, especially though, can kiss my ass. Massey at least has said some stuff about Epstein over the last 4 years, but not like this. But now, Ro Khanna is out there. Yeah, we gotta have these. Ro Khanna, you're a big piece of shit. Where were you? You've been in our government for a long time now. Where were you the last 4 years? Not a cricket's peep about Epstein. Now you're acting like it's been your life's work. Well, I gotta be careful. Don't want to do an Elon Musk salute. But no, I mean, come on. What a load of shit. Ro Khanna made a statement the other day. We'll play that in a little bit. What a load of shit. And he went on Hassan Piker and was talking about it. And he just started spouting even a lot of some of Hassan's chat. I watched a lot of that. And then I even watched an Asmongold going over it. And a lot of people at Asmongold were like, come on, pick on the same shit. He's just going over now. He's just bullshit. Where was he for 4 years? Yeah. No, spare me, Ro Khanna. Thomas Massey, be careful who you are laying down with. Ro Khanna said nothing. Ro Khanna is the scariest Democrat. He will come out and say the most amazing things. You're going, wow, if they'd run this guy, we would have lost. Wow, this guy almost sounds like a Republican. Go look at his voting record. Go look at the other shit that he really pushes for. Ro Khanna is a scary mother. He's able to, he switches his skins better than a character in a Scooby-Doo cartoon. So yeah, but, all right. Brown and Providence were covering your butts. I'm not sure the killings were connected. See, I'm with that. I know I said we were going to switch, but I don't mind talking about it either more. You guys throw out whichever one. I don't care. But no, yeah, 100%. I don't know if they are, it could be, or maybe there's somebody behind the MIT one. Even though this guy here, this guy, Neves Valente, did know that dude. He knew him. So maybe they're not, but maybe they're still, you know what, we're going to sweep both these, get both of them off our docket all at once. But okay. Let's see, what the hell are you doing, man? No, I think something stinks about it. I don't know, just him assuming room temperature on his own does not make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. We'll talk about that near the end. Jay Watterson. You guys can always open Jay Watterson's links and take a look at them, but I am going to wait till near the end for that. We're going to talk a little bit about the Epstein stuff. Not a lot, because honestly, there isn't as much as you would think. A lot of the images, this was very Bill Clinton heavy. Hey, I'm not a one-sided prick. I even typed in Donald Trump Epstein images because there's a reason though, too. This one here, this is an old image. This is Donald Trump with pageant contestants at the pageant. Yeah, these were adults. The Epstein files has one of these that Democrats are putting out saying this is in there, and they got these ladies' faces blacked out when they're all, this is an old image from an article from a pageant. They're still trying to say Donald Trump. Oh, fuck off. I mean, there's a lot in this thing. There's a lot I haven't had time to look at, but, and I know some people are pissed. Mick Jagger, how could you? It doesn't mean these people in all these images did anything or knew anything was going on. These are just, and honestly, I think that's kind of bad. Unless they know for sure, or unless they've released evidence, actual evidence showing, hey, Mick and Michael Jackson and all the others they've seen, the celebrities we've seen in these images, were doing something or knew something was going on. I'm not even sure they should be releasing their images. I know some of you are going to get pissed. Oh, you want more reactions? I don't know. I think that's some shit. I would hate to be thought of as touching, underagers when I hadn't, and I had no clue what was going on. I'm hanging out with some guy I thought was influential, gave good parties, whatever. It's the thing you do when you're a popular celeb and whatever. A debutante. So these people may not know, and putting them on there, I don't know. That's a little much. That's, So yeah, I don't know. Now this one here, everybody's seen that one. I will say this, boy, that pool, that is some epic pool. That is nice pool. Look at that. I've never been in something that fancy. Bill Clinton with a chick whose face is blood acted, and that right there, that's Ghislaine Maxwell. He's hanging around swimming with them and stuff. Woo-wee. Oof. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen most of these. I mean, they had the what, Prince Philip in here more. Was that his name? Did I get it right? Prince Philip? So yeah. Let's see here. All right, I'll open that, but I'm not going to look at too much right now because I'm trying to stay semi on track here. Yep, that didn't got me. Yeah, I got that. I've got that. Yeah, they quietly deleted, but we don't know why. I'm not going to push too much conspiracy theory on there because, you know what? As much as people are pissed about what is or isn't being released, you've got to say one thing. I don't care. I know how horrid, I mean, I care about this, but I know how horrid Pamela Bondi's handling this. I even think that, I think this shit is one of the biggest reasons that Bongino's leaving. I think Bongino got in there, and I agree with what some people said. They slid a picture of his family across to him. I don't know. Or he got in there and what he thought was there is not there or something. But I think that's why Bongino is leaving. I really do. I think this is one of the big reasons. But I think he's had some harsh stuff with Pam Bondi, then suddenly that got dropped. I am looking at Prince Andrew, thank you. I am looking at Pam Bondi. Man, I think Pam Bondi, if you want to say anybody is deep state, I think Pam Bondi. I said that months ago. If anybody is deep state right now in this administration, it's Pam Bondi. I don't trust her. I do not like her. I looked at her past. I didn't much care for her. There were a lot of us did not like when she was appointed. That was the one. We're like, yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. This is who? What? No. I think she's done jack shit horrible. But Trump's ego won't let him do anything about it. His ego is an amazing thing because he wants to get stuff done because he wants to be remembered well, have a good legacy, like to be liked. He does some hardcore good stuff. But his ego can get in the way. He doesn't want to admit when he makes a mistake. He doesn't want to admit he made a mistake with Bondi for a couple reasons. One, because it makes him look bad and he can't have that. But two, he'll never get another one appointed. They still have not confirmed half of his appointments. He goes after Comey and they throw it out because the person that's running that part of the DOJ right now is interim because they haven't confirmed his damn appointments. It's a trap. Admiral Akbar time. It's a trap. The deep state, Democrats, Republicans won't confirm his people. So then he's actually not doing proper when he tries to indict these people. Those aren't the right people. Those aren't the full-term people. They can't do it. We throw your shit out. And they're still not confirming his shit. We're a year in almost. They're not confirmed. Are you out of your god-danged minds? We should be screeching about why are these people not confirmed? They're using that against Trump. Well, that's an interim person. You can't do this. Well, this is just a temp. You can't do this. Another temp. You can't do this. And also, he's not full strength on his administration to do anything until he gets the actual people confirmed, when they have the actual powers to do stuff. Sorry, I wandered. Did what my dog Grace does. I squirreled. But, I mean, come on. None of this is really a surprise. Yeah, there's some more images we didn't see. They removed some images, but we don't know why. Hell, maybe they removed some other celebrities. Maybe there were other celebrities. I don't know if anybody went through and looked at which ones are pulled out. Jay Watterson's link may have it. But I don't think... I will say this. Donald Trump, I am tired of a little bit of the bitching about Donald Trump in a way. Because, you know what? God forsaken hell damn it. We had zero Zero under the Biden years. None. Zip. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Not a goddamn peep from Ro Khanna or anybody else. None. So as much as you want to bitch and moan, and me too, about Donald Trump, you didn't hear shit from Democrats or Republicans for 4 years. The only person who put this out in the sphere, maybe got himself in trouble doing so, is Donald Trump. I'm just saying, we don't like what's been released, but Jesus, it is 8 million times more than what we got under the Biden administration or from Republicans before. I'm not going to get too shitty on this, but I didn't see Thomas Massey pushing a bunch on this either. Donald Trump's the only one that kept this in people's zeitgeist or right in their face, better or worse, whether he did himself a favor or not. This is a million times more. This is all a million times more, page after page after page, than we got before Donald Trump. I'm not saying he's done everything right, but for the love of donkey's ass, it is a million times more than we were getting. And I would like to see at least a little recognition of that. At least a little recognition that son of a bitch, we were getting zero. Zero. In fact, we were getting less because they were slowly redacting back pictures then too. Yeah, we lost 400 this time, but we got thousands. We've got shitloads. I haven't had time to go through half of this. In fact, I'm not clicking on a lot of these because I was told by a friend of mine that the Marine buddy I've mentioned before, be careful which ones you click on. There are a few that even with redaction are not quite YouTube friendly. So, okay. So I'm being careful since I haven't gone through them all. I just know we can scan through and yeah, 400 redactions. That's bad. But we still have a fuckload more. And how about this? How about just, let's start here. Why are we not arresting Bill Clinton by this time? We have so much evidence now from what has been released to show him and his wife lied. They got enough on Prince Andrew. They got enough on a lot of people to at least arrest them and put some pressure on them assholes. At least start with him. At least start with him. There is so much. It is craziness. Yeah. So, Chris Tucker. Some people screaming, oh no, there goes Rush Hour 4. No, I'm not, guys, please, you feel free to be angry at me. But I didn't say Epstein's going away, Jay Waters. I've never said that. I'm just tired of people wanting, it's, you know what? No matter what comes out, it will never be enough. I'm not going to stop saying that either. It will never be enough. Ever, 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 ever. They could take everything I released today, re-release it, 1,000% unredacted, and it would still be people out there going, not enough. It doesn't name who I want. It doesn't get who I want. If it doesn't get Trump, half the country's not going to believe it. If it doesn't get Bill, half the country's not going to believe it. Does it get Prince Andrew, not half the country's going to believe it. It doesn't matter. Half the world will never, ever, ever, ever believe it. No matter what you release anymore. So I'm not saying it's going away. I'm just saying there's no way to ever, ever make it happen to anybody's belief anymore. Never. That's just what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going away. But you got to turn around and look at things. We were getting zero before Trump. Might think he's doing it right. No, I'd like to see Pam Bondi bounced out of there. Fuck Bongino. I want Pam Bondi gone. I dislike her. I do not trust her. I do not like her. She stinks. But I am also tired of people who want to just sit there bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch without giving Trump at least some credit. My God, we were getting zero or less than zero. At least we've got something. And there's more coming out. What? Is it another... I forgot what date. They got more coming out. They got more coming out. I know the Epstein Transparency Act. I 100% know it. It's the one thing Ro Khanna can say. But Ro Khanna still can kiss my ass because he didn't say shit for 4 years. The only reason he's done any of this because he's hoping like hell he can get Trump with it. That's the only reason. And I'm going to say again, if there was anything in these files that could get Trump, the powers that be would have released it. They would have sat on everything that hid everybody else but they would have released anything on Trump. They have changed laws to go after him. They've tried to steal his property. They've gone after his kids, his money. They've said they got him on fake felonies for touching a woman when that dress never existed and nobody saw the most famous man in New York somehow walk into locked areas. Right. And diddle a woman who has made up the same story about multiple other CEOs, which I don't even see people like Crowder talk about enough. He's mentioned it once or twice. She's made up the same, I was touched by all these other CEOs like she's some amazing person. Yeah, they don't bring that up. It drives me nuts. But I'm tired of acting like Trump is just the biggest piece of shit on earth when we've gotten more under him than anybody else. So I guess a lot of people out there would just be happy with the 0. Which would you like? The 0? We're not happy, but are we ever going to be happy? Seriously, are we ever going to be happy? I'm just saying. And I don't give a rat's, I don't know. If you don't like what Trump's released, that's fine. Join that club. But Jesus, for the love of Christ, give him some credit for what has come out under his administration that is not coming out in the last one at all. And once again, I am throwing Republicans under the bus too. Where were they for 4 years? The only person that got this in people's heads was Donald Trump. For better or for worse for him. Don't care. If it hurts him, then it hurts him. But they would have released shit on Trump if there was something in there. They tried to kill him multiple times. Tried to kill him. Bullet missed killing him by that much. He turned his head. That thing would have gone right through the brain pan. You're going to tell me that, oh, I'm sorry, they will do all the other stuff I've mentioned to Trump, but suddenly, oh, wait, but we're not going to put out evidence that he's a pedometer. We're going to stop at that. The evidence that could really take him down. No, we won't put that out. If it was there, it'd be out. The powers that be worldwide tried to stop him. They would have released it, and that's that. So feel free to, just like me, not be happy with what's out, but hey, at least we're getting somewhere. At least we're getting somewhere. That's something. But do I think it's enough? Fuck no. Fuck no. And if you're mad at me because I won't just be fire sale sold on one side, if we don't get everything today, fuck him. Then we're not the same person. We're getting somewhere. Do I think it's enough? No. Do I want to keep the pressure up? Yes. In fact, a lot of you guys who are more into it than I am, keep the pressure up. Keep being nasty. Keep digging. Go for it. I have no problem with that. I am still happy we're getting something, and I want to see what's in the next stuff. I want to go through more of this stuff yet. I want to see what is or isn't there. All I know is there is enough on at least Bill Clinton and a couple other people to go after him. Stuff to prove they've perjured themselves at the least. Hey, come on. The Democrats will go after anybody who perjures himself. Why don't we finally start doing the same thing? They will jail people over perjury any day of the week, yet we don't do it. Once again, to me, that makes me think deep state. And I don't care, Democrat or Republican. It's something, it stinks. So, I will say this. Rogue Khanna also said, well, we don't know what's in them. We've never seen them. Then how do you know what is or isn't good to be released? How do you know? He doesn't know shit. Bill and Hillary off the grid to avoid this. Oh, yeah. And don't tell. I had people going, oh, now Hillary's mad. Oh, she's going to be so mad at Bill. No, you're going to tell me Hillary didn't know this. Hillary Clinton's a scary witch. She is fuck you scary. She got Gaddafi killed, guys. She is scary crap. Like I said, it's almost like anybody that says that woman's name, you know, it's like saying Candyman too many times, he'll come. I don't want to say her name too many times in a row. Or at least I should have a disclaimer saying I am not suicidal. I will not disappear myself. I will not. I am perfectly happy with my life. And if I wind up assuming room temperature, it was her. But I don't want to say her name again. It's like Nosferatu. There's no way that Hillary Clinton is any madder at Bill Clinton today. She knew. They were a marriage of convenience anyway. That's all they were. There is nothing that's ever made me look at those two and go, God, they're in love. I've never thought that. And Bucktooth Jr. there they have. Whew. All right. Esmond Golden stream stopped opening on his main screen before showing them. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I saw that, Rad. How you doing, Rad? Yeah, I saw that. I did. I watched it. And that's, well, I was doing some looking, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be very careful. It's all the files. Yeah, no kidding, Brad. I've heard a lot of people talk about that. Yeah, it's all the files Pam said existed, then they didn't exist. Then oh, hey, truckload. We've known they've got these things. They showed all the evidence on the damn island when they were taking it off there. We knew it was there. I've showed it on this stream before. So yeah, 100%. They can redact the names of the victims, but all other evidence should be unredacted. I agree 100%. I agree totally. All I know is, I don't know, it's something bigger than probably any of us know, but I agree. My gold star would be just throw it out there. I am almost to the point, I know, okay, I might get some disagreements with you guys on the other side. Let me catch up in the chat real quick. Actually, no, I'm just going to say it. You know what? I'm this close to the point of, you know what? I don't care about redacting the names or anything of and just anything that is graphic with underage people, no way. But anything else, names, anything not graphic, all of it. I don't care if it's got the victims. We cannot use, well, they have already been victimized, so we don't want to victimize them anymore, to let people get away with this. Because then that's just making more possible victims in the future. So I'm sorry, you've been victimized, but we're at least going to use your victimhood or your victimization to catch these assholes before they victimize other girls. So it sucks, but greater good. I'm that far. No graphic shit at all out, but I'm sorry, names, faces, anything non-graphic, all of it. So for those of you guys don't think I think this is important, I want all of that out. So I may go farther than you guys. Don't lose sight that everything was to be released by the 19th. DOJ is redacting stuff. They're probably prohibiting from redacting. I don't think they're prohibited from redacting at Jay Waters. They're not prohibited. Actually, that's wrong. They're not prohibited from redacting, but they are breaking the law by redacting without telling Congress why. They're supposed to tell Congress why. Good reason why. Not just, they can redact, but they have to tell. They have to go to Congress with each redaction and go, we did this for the, That's why. That is the problem where I'm having. That is part of the Epstein Files Transparency Act. They can redact, but they have to go and tell Congress why they redacted. Richard Taylor shows evidence to charge others. Oh, 100%. Yeah, Jay Waterston, yeah, I agree with that, 100%. The release material shows there is evidence. There's enough evidence now to go arrest Bill Clinton. My opinion. I'm not a lawyer, but dude, just the shit we've seen and learned over the last 25 years or so on this bullshit, there is enough. And by him, that is also back to that crazy wife of his. Ain't no way she had no clue. That woman is a bulldog. She knew. She didn't care because they were so powerful and never thought Epstein would go down. This woman who kept servers in her house. This is a woman who somehow was able to just destroy, they'd already subpoenaed the evidence. She destroyed 20,000 emails and devices, physically had them destroyed. And then set up the Russia collusion hoax. Got Muammar Gaddafi killed. This chick is powerful. She is very deep state. So I don't know. Hillary is scary shit. Hillary may be even bigger than we know. She may be higher up in the deep state than any of us even suspect. Well, most of us. If it implicated Trump, it would have come out. So why not release the material? There's something going on there. I don't know. I don't know, Jay Waterston. I don't know. If I could give you an answer, I would. I will say this. There may be something since Trump. That's the other thing I have. When lefties, because everything redacted is just of Trump. Fuck off. If it was Trump, they would have put it out to stop him from winning the election. They tried to kill the man more than once. They tried to steal his property, threaten his family. They made laws to make him look like a rapist when he didn't. They did all this shit, but oh no, they're not going to release anything that shows him doing pedometer stuff. Fuck off. Anybody that says that to me, I have no discussion with you anymore. Just fuck off. And I've already said that to one leftard at the gym who had a problem. My hat started saying that. Oh, what about this? He didn't. Trump has did this. And everything redacted was just a Trump. I'm like, yeah. And I use the same argument I just told you. I go, yeah, fuck off, dude. He didn't like me for that, but I'm like, fuck off. Your side wouldn't have released anything on Trump if they had a chance. Put a bullet through the man's ear, but hey, you're going to draw your line there. Got it. So no, I don't know Jay Watterson. I totally agreed. I totally agree. Yeah, I think Trump, there may be something to do with the reason how Trump turned him in. Trump worked with our government to help him get caught, get prosecuted, and get convicted. There's something there maybe. Maybe there's something we don't know. Maybe something, I don't know. I don't know. If Bondi hasn't already asked, you will be lobbying for a pardon over not complying with the law. Ugh. Now, Jay Watterson, I've heard other people ask that. What if Trump, multiple times I've heard now, and including a couple posts on X, people saying, what if Trump pardons anybody that might be redacted right now from the Epstein files? Because I'll pardon them all. I don't think he's going to do that. One, Trump wants a legacy. He does not want his legacy to be what people would then say, and I'd say left and right would be going, that's it. You're a pedo protector. I do not think Trump wants that. I do not think Trump is going to give a blanket amnesty to anybody in the Epstein files. I do not. Now, Pamela Bondi, might she ask for it? Yeah, there's something wrong with that chick. That chick. I get help take out JFK type feeling from her. Don't make Ro Khanna sound like Forrest Gump. No, Ro Khanna is smart, but he's a piece of shit. Sorry, he is. Ro Khanna is a piece of shit. He didn't have a rat's give a shit about Epstein until now. He's only has a give a shit because it can hurt Trump. He hopes. He hopes. I do not like Ro Khanna. Go back, look at the guy. He says a lot of amazing shit when he gets on Timcast or other places, or like on Hassan Piker the other day. Even though he is a big the Jews type, and he started bitching about genocide. Where I saw somebody, I know it was Asmongold's chat or Hassan's chat. They were asking, hey, wait a minute. In a genocide, your population doesn't increase, tenfold, bud. When the 1930s, 40s German genocides against the Jews were happening, their population wasn't on a huge increase. It dropped by between 7 and 10 million, depending on who you talk to. The genocide in Gaza, their population keeps climbing like crazy. So, man, no, it's the worst genocide ever. Stop it. I don't like what's going on over there, but stop using friggin' idiotic words. It's like how everything's racist in America and they've destroyed that word. Don't use genocide when it's not a genocide. Use it for what it is. It's stupid, horrible, and it needs to stop, or we need to stay the fuck out of it. I like stay out of it and let it end. God damn it, I tried pushing on your notification link on your X. Oh. No. It's like the victims are... See, now that's the other one. Here's the other problem. And Jay Watterson, I know I'm behind in the chat, guys. Anybody who's been around me a long time, I love the chat. I think you guys come here, and for my tiny little... If I was some big channel, sure, I wouldn't be able to see you guys. Some of you would still have the wrenches. Ha-ha. But, I wouldn't be able to see you, and I'd be going, yeah, super chat. But I like to answer you guys. Just spending time on this tiny little channel, definitely going to make it worth it. Now, the victims. Jimmy brings up the victims. At this point, feel free to answer me. When I catch up in the chat, I'll get to those answers. I would like to see the victims come out and just start naming people. Come out and start naming people. Come on. Stop this. We know who did it to us. Then name them. Either, at this point, I'm so far at the point, Name them or fuck off. Because at this point, if they're not naming who did this to them, they are also letting them get away with it, and they are letting them possibly be screwing around with other little girls right now. We don't know. Maybe they're hiding like crazy. They ain't doing nothing wrong. But maybe it's such an illness, they're out doing this crap with other kiddies right now because these women won't speak up. And don't say, well, they'll get sued. Bull. Because I'll go after Trump. If Trump and Bondi, these people come out and named them and said, yeah, they're here and here, should be in the files here. And the Trump administration and Bondi do not back them. Oh, done. I would be calling for impeachment. Done. You don't let these women hang themselves out to dry without just backing it. In fact, that might be the power play right there. Get a group of these women to come out and say, that's it. Here's these people, done. Let's do it. I'm all for it. All right. A lot of the victims wanted to not be redacted. Yeah, that's a good point, Rad. There is a lot. But the thing is, those same victims aren't out saying who did it to them. Then come out and say it. Put yourselves out there. Really, if you are wanting justice for yourself and possibly other youngins, come out and put yourself out there. Make the Trump administration, make Bondi not help you. Make them hang you out to dry. And it will, better or worse, it will end the Trump administration. In fact, the Democrats would win and impeach, and I'm not sure how many people stand behind them. So, yeah. So when you think I'm just thinking protect Trump, I don't know, that's pretty scorched earth, isn't it, right there? Because we lose Trump, I'll tell you what, no matter what, we are going to be screwed. All right. A lot of victims want to... Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. The chat jumps on me here. You only tell them the reason is because one of their friends are donors. That's stupid. I don't give a shit who's a donor. They don't want it all released because it still leaves lingering doubts. The people will say he probably got rid of it. It doesn't matter, Rad. That's the problem. I don't know if you were listening before you came on. I said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's released. How much, how little, how graphic, it doesn't matter. Nobody's ever going to be happy. Nobody's ever going to be happy. The people that hate Trump hate him no matter what. Women who were pregnant took fuckloads of Tylenol only because Trump said, don't take this if you're pregnant, if you're not supposed to. Even though Tylenol themselves have been saying that for over a decade. If you're pregnant, don't take our shit. They don't even want you to take it at all. They recommend not if you're pregnant. Let alone at normal level, they say we prefer you didn't. But Trump says it. These women pounded it down on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, pounded down enough. A lot of them went to the hospital, and one of them, her and her child, lost their lives. These people hate Trump. It doesn't matter what's released. Then you got the other half that if it doesn't openly nail people like Clinton or Ellen DeGeneres, they'll never believe it. So I'm not saying not to release it all, but I'm just saying nobody's going to be happy. Nobody's going to be happy one way or another. Any and all the pedos in the files should be tried and convicted. 100%. I agree, Jimmy. I do. I would love to be a fly on the wall or a fly in, how about this? I'd love to be a synapse in Donald Trump's brain trying to see what's going on with this. All right. If he pardons, he will be worse than Biden. Oh, 100%. 100% Rad. And I don't think he'll do that. I don't think he'll do that. If he does that, I'll say something bold. If Donald Trump come out and made a big blanket pardon for everybody in the Epstein files, because pardon them all. One, those pardons only work in our country. Any other country could go, come on over. We're going to get you. But I would take this hat and I would burn it. I would burn it and film it. Yeah, no, we cannot. He cannot do that. And I don't think he will. I will say this. A lot of people, even supporters, always seem to expect the worst of Trump. It's crazy. I don't always expect the best of him. I expect he's a very flawed man. He's not my dream president, but he's the best president of my lifetime. So, God says how bad we've dropped as a country. All right. I don't think he'll pardon. Anyone who is in the redacted photos, name them and say they should be redacted in court. Yeah, 100%. I have no problem with these women in mass coming out in a group. What they got to do? Sue them all. Good luck. And what? Our government's going to stand back. Democrat, Republican, and Donald Trump alike stand back and let these women get sued into a mud hole, disappeared, whatever else. No, that would just end. It would break our government if he did that. If he let them hang or pardoned all of them. All right. Let's see. I wonder if the kids the Dems lost were to appease the pedos. Ooh. Oh shit, Jimmy. I don't think my little brain has ever crossed that, but wow. You know what? F me, Jimmy. Ooh, you may have just hit a huge one. And we all know that anybody that's seen the laptop releases from Hunter Biden's laptop, why are we not talking about Hunter Biden? It's been proven that not everybody in those images he was with was of age. Why is that not? Why is he not being talked about in this as much? Joe did shower with his daughter when she was way too old to be showered with. Why are they getting out of this? Yeah. Wow, Jimmy. Whoa. I don't know why. Oh, actually, I know why. I'm stupid. But I just can't think of that. Wow. Yeah, because the Epstein thing had been cut off. So, excuse me. Jeez. Excuse me. Man. When you have a nose as big as mine, sneezing becomes a whole thing. Here, I'll make Jay Watterson happy and put that one up. Jimmy, dude. Yeah, because Epstein had been cut off for a while, so there could be some, excuse me, this is going to be kind of graphic. There could be some pedos out there going, I need my fix. Oh my God, I need my fix. Hey, Biden, we got dirt on you. We got Ukraine dirt on you. You were hiding files from when you were senator. Senator never supposed to take these files out. VP never supposed to take these files out. Heard some assholes arguing the other day about Biden having these. Well, Biden turned them over as soon as he knew. Bullshit. Biden had been taking files for 30 years. Tell me he didn't know about any of the files he took as senator or VP? Bullshit. Not enough, once again, pundits mention that. Crowder rarely mentions it. Toole barely ever mentions it. None of the others, even Nick Fuentes, barely ever mentions it. Hey, Joe Biden was taking files on Ukraine for 30 plus years. Oh, he didn't know he had them. They were never supposed to be taken. He was senator. He had no right. What he did breaks the Espionage Act. Under VP, no right. Breaks the Espionage Act. Only the president can do that. But they went after the president, Trump, who could take files. The senator, VP, and everybody argues, but when he gave them back. Doesn't matter, he never supposed to have them. Why did he take these off out of the White House, out of the skiff? But no, but Jimmy, yeah, they may have had a lot of info on the Biden family going, hey, we got your kid. Your kid's on all these images and videos. We got worse stuff that's on his laptop. We got the real goods. We'll take your whole family down. You're right, Jimmy. They brought these kids in. They disappeared. 300,000 disappeared around this country. Oof. So everybody give Jimmy a clapping emoji or give him give him a flip and a flop for that. Oh, wow. I'm not joking. You guys may have all thought of it. My mind is blown. I hadn't. Jeez. K. K's about to yell at me. There he goes. He's saying us ants won't matter if you was a bigger channel. No, I'm just saying it's harder to see them. I've had bigger channels. And once you get over 50 to 70 people in a chat and they're really talking amongst themselves and at you, it's hard to watch, pick up everything. You can never keep up with a chat. Bunny used to be on a couple of my old channels, and she'd see me, and she would remind me, so did some other people, dude, you're like 20 minutes behind on your chat. Sorry. So yeah. I mean, my Exploring with CF was big enough, and so was Tough Topics, where we had to get super chatted so we could even see. So it's not that, Kay. Trust me, hon. Honestly, if this channel ever did grow, There's a lot of you that have been on here a long time that I would probably make mods just so I would still see your stuff. I mean, jeez. And I remember names. No, okay, I wouldn't do that. I'm a jackass, but I'm not that big a jackass. All right, Rad, I think they aren't putting themselves out there, as there is no evidence. If there's a photo of one of these people, it instantly proves at least they were in the room together. Yeah, that is a good point right there, yes. Man, damn, Jimmy, you got me, buddy. But yeah, I've been saying that for a while, Rad, that I think the powers that be, if that evidence is alive anywhere, it's with the super upper echelon people that took out JFK, whoever actually, the Davos people, Mossad, whatever you want to say. They are the only ones that have a single copy, and it's locked away in a nuclear bunker somewhere. I'm going to say most of the real stuff was destroyed. We're never going to see that. Prince Andrew's situation. And there's more in here with Prince Andrew showing this guy lied. I would just be happy to see anybody who's perjured themselves, the Clintons, the Andrews, all those people, anybody who perjured themselves. Well, I had no clue. I was never there. Well, what's this? Shit. Perjury is a real thing. Democrats use it ad nauseum. We should be using it. They should be arrested for at least perjury. Get something. Get something. How great doesn't matter. Same evidence has been disposed of. Yeah. They should release it all and charge anyone. Yeah, I agree. I've even gone more extreme. I don't know if you heard, Brad. I am at the point where nothing graphic. No graphic horrid videos or pictures come out. But anything that's not graphic, I don't care if it has the faces of these people. You got to release it. Because right now, hiding this and using, well, we're protecting the victims, is the way they're covering up for the bad guys still. I'm sorry. The victims are going to have to be victimized one more time to save anybody else and to get the justice, I think. Yeah, what was it? 300? Oh, Jimmy, what was it? 350K? Yeah, about 328,000 children come across our border under the Biden administration that just disappeared. 328,000, which is insanely scary. How in the name of fuck Democrats and Joe Biden, even some Republicans, aren't in jail? You brought in children and they're lost. 300,000 children are lost. And the border agents talked about how some have tattoos and wristbands, and one person would pick up 70 kids at a time. They knew they were trafficking. Democrats knew it. The Biden administration knew it. Not Biden, whoever ran him. Nobody's in jail for just trafficking in children for, that sick shit. Holy gods, that's horrendous. It's an insane thing that nobody got in trouble for that. All right. I know I'm not advancing here, guys, but you guys are really saying good stuff, and I love it. Let's see. Biden administration removed requirement to DNA test. Yeah, that right there says it all. Trump put in a thing because he didn't. Another thing about Trump, see, don't forget that, guys. Thank you, by the way. Another thing, Trump, nobody was DNA testing these kids. Trump put that in place. Trump said, no, we're going to DNA test. We don't want these kids going to some pedometer. We don't want this child trafficking crap. This is insane. How are we not testing this? DNA testing. You aren't just going to come in and go, that's mine. And then as soon as Biden went in, poof, gone. And then suddenly 328,000 kids go missing. So yeah, 100%. Mag D5, thank you. How you doing, Mag? Comes in with a flip-flop. Makes you think why he pardoned his whole family, doesn't it? Yes, Kay. 100%. 100%. Joe Biden, think about this. This all connects. Jay Watterson, don't you smirk. No. All this connects. Joe Biden was taking files on Ukraine and Russia and shit when he was senator 30 plus years ago. They found a lot of those files in his offices and all these other places. So don't say, oh, well, he gave up so you do. A senator is not allowed to take these off of the grounds or out of the skiff even. That's illegal as fuck. The only person allowed to do that is the President of the United States. Yeah, to summarily declassify and walk around with it. Then when Joe Biden was VP, he was taking more of these. He was never allowed. And then now, his kid gets all that job. His kid's doing scurvy, weird shit. His whole family. Remember, his 12-year-old nieces were getting huge checks from Russia and Ukraine. What did they do for that? Not a fucking thing. So why are they getting $100,000 checks? Why is a 12-year-old girl, his granddaughter, getting a $100,000 check? Yeah. So the whole family, Kay, you're right. The whole family's goddamn filthy. They had stuff on him. They put Biden in there because one, they knew he was demented. They knew he was so dirty. They knew he would not get in the way. His whole family was so dirty. Even how Joe and his wife got together is dirty. They're so dirty, they could do anything and run that government and they wouldn't stop them. The Biden family would shut up because they're filthy. Imagine if the Biden family was investigated as deeply as Trump's family. Ho, ho, ho. Oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, 100%. All right. But yeah, Kay, 100%. No, you're fine, Kay. Pick on me. Sheesh. I have no problem with that, hon. All right. Maggie 5, I still want to know what was on the hundreds of VHS tapes labeled evidence that were found in his house and later disappeared. Well, I think we're pretty sure we know what was on those. He's videotaping famous, rich people doing it with either it was just women, maybe they were old enough, but cheating on wives or whatever else, and even that can be enough. If you're a rich person, you don't want to give up half or 3/4 of your wealth if you're on video doinking somebody else behind your wife's back. Or it was them doing the shit they shouldn't be. Some of them may have been doing with underage women, some underage boys, some both. So are we ever going to see that? That I doubt. Sorry, guys. I need to grab a soda here. I need something to drink. My zero sugar Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I love lime. So yeah, I think we know what was on those. He was surveilling for a reason. Epstein definitely used... Ooh, that's good too. He definitely used a lot of that to blackmail and stop people and shut people up. All right, we'll give it to King Charles there for stripping Andrew. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Hey, right now I'll say this, and I said this when Sog was in here. He is in the UK. Right now, I never thought I'd say this. I'm rooting for the royal family. The royal family seems to give a shit more about keeping UK for UK citizens and protecting UK citizens than Parliament does. The Crown, the British royals right now are not happy. They are not happy. They are pitching some fits about the shit going on over there a lot more than Parliament. So I'm kind of rooting for them right now. Damn. Never thought I'd see a time where I'd be going, come on, Prince Charles, come on, King Charles, sorry. Kick the living shit out of Parliament. Maybe it's time the monarchy takes back over there right now. Because at least the monarchy gave a shit about their pomp and circumstance that was actual Britain, UK. Parliament don't seem to give a shit. They don't care that Mohammed is now the #1 name in the whole of the UK. So, wow. Crazy times we live in. Crazy times. We're now looking at the king, at Charles and going, come on, man. We're hoping for you. Dude, it's almost like the whole world is flipped. I agree. Victims should come right out and name people. Yeah, 100%. It might pressure it would 100% pressure the government. And I dare. I think if these women came out in a big, huge group, and there are also some smaller groups that are saying that some underage males were involved in this too, but they've been left out of this whole discussion. If a huge group of these victims came out together and started naming, I want to see somebody go after all of them. And any celebrity that had the balls to sue them, I don't think it's going to look good, because you're going to have discovery, you're going to have all this shit. The lawyers of these women will be able to subpoena anything the government has. You will have discovery. Whoa. Maybe the best thing. See my 50 women comment above. Uh-oh. Did I miss one? I missed one, Rad? You came in hot, bud. You came in hot. Trying to catch up. Rad there. My God, did I miss one? I don't know where it's at, Rad. If you have to, put it back in again, bud. Yes, I'm missing it somewhere here, over here on my chat. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, I just see. Okay. No, I don't see it, bud. Unless I'm missing it somewhere. Fun fact, that IDF shirt is a Mossad shirt. I know what it is, Jay Waters. That's why I put it there for you. It doesn't mean he was Mossad. They hand these out. They handed these out. I'm going to get... Jay Waterson's going to look at me totally different in about 2 seconds. I've seen one of these shirts in person. The Marine buddy friend of mine, when he was over in the Middle East, he has a lot of cool Coke cans he collected from all over on his deployments too. He has one of these that was handed to him by Israelis because he was in some meetings and stuff, and he just thought it was cool, and they just handed him one. He's got one. And Epstein, I'm sure, come on. You're gonna bet me. I'll bet you Donald Trump has one of these things. I'll bet you George Bush and tons of people. Higher ups go, hey, that's a kind of a cool thing. Hey, here's a gift. I'm just saying. But now I know what it is, Jay Watterson. That's why I put it on the screen. I said, oh, Jay Watterson's gonna love this one. I know. We all knew he was Mossad. That doesn't mean he was Mossad. Sure, it's another clue. Maybe he was, but And we're back to, it's the Jews again. My God. Heavy duty country is still going on about some of this crazy stuff. Even Candace has backed off a teeny bit, but he's going for it now. He's found a way to get them views up. All right. VHS, even honeypot blackmail. Yeah. Yeah, there's not just VHS. There were hard drives, there was tons of surveillance, other surveillance footages. Oh, yeah, there's tons of shit. Epstein wasn't Mossad. He worked for them as U.S. intelligence. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Temperdino, what's up? How you doing, man? Let me check Rumble. Still got 3 people over on Rumble still watch. Hey, that's good for Rumble this late. How you doing, Temperdino? No, I put that up there on purpose. I knew you'd like it. But no, I have a friend, the Marine guy I talk about a lot, has one of these shirts. And he has worn it. Folks, he's worn it a few times around town. You can tell when you run into a group of people that know what that is and do not like it. But he's a little more able to defend himself than I am. I would not screw with him. He's a cranky dude who's got some shrapnels in him and stuff, so I wouldn't fuck with him too much. Doing good. Good, Temperdino. All right, but no, I mean, sorry, we've been reading you guys the whole time, but yeah. More pictures of Jeffrey Epstein released. Yes, we know. U.S. oligarchs are all in there. All the clients from the list are all free. Yes. I would at least, anybody who's been testified under oath, who has now been showed to be a liar because of these images and any other documents come out, should all be arrested right away for, at the very least, perjury. Let's at least do something. And yeah, last time I'll say it, probably not the last time, but I'm going to try to be the last time. The women need to all come out as a group, name people, and then do discovery on any of these documents, and or put the pressure on the Trump administration, Pam Bondi, and our government in general. Because now, fine, if you sit on this shit, you are throwing these women, you are victimizing these women just as much as Epstein. That would be huge. It would force the hand. Now, you guys want to watch what Ro Khanna said? Because Jay Watterson already talked about it, and I agree. But it is not true they can't make redactions. This law says, and it is a law, you won't see me obfuscate for them. The law says they can redact, but they have to tell Congress why. And so far, they're not doing that. I don't know if there's a timetable where they have a couple days or a week and go, hey, here's why. If they don't do it, you know what? I would say arrest Pam Bondi. I'm not joking. Arrest Pam Bondi. Democrat Rep. Ro Khanna threatens Pam Bondi with prosecution. Don't threaten, do it. Once again, I think Ro Khanna is a piece of shit. He didn't give a rat's ass about this till it became politically expedient for him to give a shit. But I like the bill. I do. If she doesn't release the full Epstein files by today's deadline, it was never supposed to be a full release. They can redact. They have to tell them why they redacted each thing. That's it. So he's full of shit here. If he actually said, I can't remember, I watched this once, I can't remember if he said, you have to, says what this says right up here. I have to be full. You can't do a full. I bet there's still some national security stuff in there or something. But that's not what your law says. Your law says they have to tell you why they're redacting. All right, let me see. I don't know if my sound's going to work. This is only a minute or so. Let's see how this goes. There we go. I got this as loud. I'll turn as loud as it goes. But I think this is the right one. If I got the wrong one, we'll find out in a second. Or Jay Watterson will tell me in a second.
Tomorrow, by 11:59 p.m. on Friday, the Epstein files will finally be released because of my Epstein Transparency Act. We will see thousands of documents that we should have seen decades ago. 3 federal judges have ordered the release.
Yeah, but I'm going to ask once again, where were you? His is not his first rodeo in Congress. Where was he? Yeah, exactly.
As I'm speaking, dozens of lawyers on the national security team at the Department of Justice are preparing the documents for release. Let me be very clear. We need a full release. Anyone who tampers with these documents or conceals documents or engages in excessive redaction will be prosecuted.
Excessive redaction. Who gets to choose what's excessive is the problem. That is very ambiguous. It's almost like, hey, look, Ro Khanna could be deep state, and he's giving an out. He's giving an out. Oh, no excessive redactions. Now what? So Pam Bondi or anybody else goes, well, that's not excessive. To us, whose idea of excessive? Does it, if it's not clearly listed in the bill, the law, anything over 70 pages is excessive. If there's nothing clear in there, who's to say what's excessive? It has to be listed in the bill clearly what is excessive. Not just, well, we think that's excessive. But he doesn't. Shit. That almost sounds like a purposeful wording given an out. And I'm going to say right now, you think if Kamala was president right now, you think Ro Khanna would give a shit about putting this stuff out? Nope. Nope. By the way, guys, do me a favor. If you haven't, please hit thumbs up for the stream. I do appreciate it. And if you're on Rumble, give me the thumbs up over there too, please. All right. And I am going to try to keep it around a certain time. We're at hour 18. We're doing actually pretty good. All right. So, get back to this. But I don't like wording. I'm a dum-dum. But when I catch wording, I'm like, something stinks. I'll back up a little bit here, though.
These documents or conceals documents or engages in excessive redaction will be
I know he has a newer one, Jay Watterson. I know he has a newer one. But this one means a lot because it's from before and it lays out a lot. It lays out a lot. And I didn't like that wording. The wording caught me. He's left, unless that bill clearly states what is excessive, they've left a loophole. And you're going to tell me that everybody in Congress just left a loophole on accident? Come on. Come on. It almost sounds like they're leaving loopholes so it doesn't get released too.
Engages in excessive redaction will be prosecuted because of obstruction of justice. We will prosecute individuals regardless of whether they're the Attorney General or a career or political appointee. We need full transparency and justice for the survivors. Tomorrow, finally, rich and powerful men who raped underage girls or who covered up for this abuse will be held accountable. The Epstein class needs to go. Tomorrow, by a...
Yeah, but like I said, the wording is what caught me. I know there's newer ones. It won't let me open it over here because I'm not signed in on X, on that computer. But I know, but I like this because, one, it was short and to the point, but also it leaves a loophole. You don't think that's... Come on, man. Some of you guys see that tinfoil hat time when I don't. You don't think that's kind of weird? I want this stuff out there, but we left a loophole. You know, no excessive redactions. What's the guidelines? If there's no guidelines, something stinks. All right, so, but no, I know there's another one. I do know there's another one from him. And he's talking about it here and stuff like that. So it's, he's talked to this twat. Oh. Now there's a lot of it, him talking about it. Is this the newer one? Yeah, this is the newer one, I think. Yeah.
The Justice Department's document dump this afternoon does
there.
not comply with Thomas Massie and my Epstein Transparency Act. They released one document from a New York grand jury of 119 pages, totally blacked out. This despite a federal...
Actually, if you watch the Asmongold one and other people, there's pages. Go to X. Tons of posts, pages redacted. But once again, they left a loophole. Hey, Roe, shouldn't have left a loophole. Thomas, shouldn't have left a loophole.
Federal judge ordering them to release that document. And our law requires them to explain redactions. There's not a single explanation for why that entire document was redacted.
That's where they run into the wall. They can redact shitloads out of these. Just they have to tell Congress why. Hey, we did this because of, they have to do that. That is where they're in trouble. And I am 100% for prosecuting Pam Bondi. 100%. Prosecute her for it. It is a signed law. Passed both houses of a Congress. Trump signed it. That's law. If that bitch doesn't go to Congress, I'd say she's not in line first thing on Monday morning going, hey, here's why, sorry, my bad, my screw up, took us a while to get you this, here it is, here's why. If she's not there Monday morning, I want an arrest of her. So any of you think, oh, you're being soft because of Trump. Nope. Hell, and I'm not saying that's good because Trump will never get another, Attorney General in there. He won't. So he's going to be hobbled. But I do not like the woman. Let me be very clear. It's such a canned phrase. Oh, it really is. It truly is. It's a bullshit phrase. If you watch Ro Khanna, I always spout about words. Half of what he says is bullshit. He spouts bullshit left and right. He really tries to act like he's the center guy and reaching across that aisle. Go look at his record. No, he's not. He's dangerous. He's very smart, and he can twist things really well. But they left an opening in that bill. But I'm all for this is an actual law. Arrest Pam Bondi or shut the fuck up. Congress has the power. Use it or shut up. I'm tired of looking at Bill Clinton and knowing with everything going on, him and his wife both, there's enough on both of them in the Epstein stuff, in the Russia collusion hoax, in the whole destroyed hard drives and document stuff. There's enough to arrest them 10 times over now. There's enough to arrest their piece of shit daughter. My opinion. They don't do it. That is why Bondi was lobbying for a pardon. And Jay Watterson, I'll say it again. If Trump gives a pardon to every person in those Epstein files, fuck him. I don't think he'll do it. And if you really support Trump, do you really think he'll do it? Do you think he would do that? He knows it would make him almost as hated as somebody actually like Hitler or Mussolini. He would be as hated as Epstein then, because they would say he's just as bad as Epstein. Do you think his ego can handle that? I don't. I don't think his ego can handle that. How's that? No matter what, his ego always being tied to that, being called, oh, little Epstein's little bitch. I don't think so. Now, if you're saying, well, he just pardoned Pam Bondi, that's a tougher question, and I'm going, damn, I don't know. In fact, I'm probably going to look at the chat. I saw it move, and I'm probably you're going, well, that's not what I meant, dummy. I'm like, shit. If he pardons Bondi, I think it's the same thing. I think if she is hiding shit from the Epstein thing, they're still going to say Trump is Epstein's bitch. And I don't think he's going to go there. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think so. If Bondi isn't part of a future administration prosecutor, good. Good. I don't know if Trump will do it. I don't know, though. But it's going to tie him to Epstein. He's already hates this thing. He's always hated it. I don't like her anyway. I think she's already lied to us too much. Just to be devil's advocate. Good movie, by the way. How do we know the DOJ didn't find something on Trump? We don't. We don't. You're not playing devil's advocate. We've already discussed that. Yeah, we don't. But if they did, the deep state would release it. You don't think there's deep state people still in the DOJ? Half the DOJ is still their appointed people they can't get rid of till a certain time. There are other people high ups in our government that can't be touched right now yet. They are appointed for a certain amount of time. You can't touch them till after their term is up or whatever else. Or Congress hasn't come through and given Trump his appointment, so those other people are still in there riding along. Some of these people he can't get rid of until they confirm his appointments. Which is weird how they're not doing that, isn't it? Republicans have it all. Why are Republicans not confirming Trump's appointments? Tells you a lot. So we don't. Except that, once again, somebody in the DOJ who's deep state, who hates Trump, would release it. That's how we know. If there was something there, come on. If there was something there, somebody would release it. Actually, Jaxie is over there cleaning himself right now. He's doing his legs. Yeah, he's sitting over by the other downstairs door. He is actually here. Trump will never escape Epstein while following for eternity. I don't know about that. It depends what happens. It depends what happens. But I don't care whether it follows him for eternity or not, or if you're right or not. I would say it may follow him for eternity now, but it's not that big a stink. It's a stink. But imagine the stink if he pardons people on the Epstein files and that comes out. Or if he pardons Bondi from hiding stuff against a law where they're supposed to be releasing stuff. That is an unescapable stink. That is Pepe Le Pew times a trillion. Right now, he's got Pepe Le Pew. We're all going, ooh, oh God, oh, someone's throwing up, stink, oh. If he pardoned Bondi for hiding this, you ain't getting that. That is 8,000 Pepe Le Pews. Okay, that's like hanging out in any city in India. Sorry, fact. They shit in the same rivers they wash in. They have a poop throwing festival. Diwali, look it up. Cops investigate themselves, find no wrongdoing. Just say, it's not Trump's DOJ though, Jimmy. You're making a mistake again. Most of the people in the DOJ are still the people that have been there forever. These are deep state or lefty people. They haven't just gone in and just fired everybody out. Somebody would have released it. I'm going to say it, if there is something on Trump, somehow it would leak out. Look in the past. Stuff is leaked out of Trump's first administration, even in this one, if it would make Trump look bad. Somebody would leak it. Somebody. Jack's over there sharpening his claws. Actually, I think he's behind me on the other couch. He's probably going to jump up behind me any minute. I still think that's not his DOJ. He has some leaders. He has people in there. But they haven't gotten rid of all of them. And let me tell you this, Jimmy. All it takes is one. All it takes is one deep state or Biden appointee to release stuff. You're going to say there's not a single person in there that would love to get something out on Trump. Just saying. Temperdino. Do not redeem. What is that? Let's see. It's the Uniparty. Yeah, I've been using Uniparty for years. Uniparty Democrats, Republicans are like yeah, it's all soap opera. I've said a long time it's political theater, and I'm going to back it again. They can spend time, look this shit up, when Peeps, Marshmallow Peeps, were having their anniversary year or whatever, they stopped government of the people to proselytize and talk. A bunch of them did speeches on Peeps, their memories of Peeps, how great Peeps are. How is that serious? Yet when 70, 80% of the American public want our borders closed or want voter ID, never happens. Uniparty. It's a government of the government, by the government, and for the government. And don't tell me we're not a little bit screwed when constitutional amendments are just laughed at. Illinois, my state, is one of the worst. It looks at the Second Amendment and goes, fuck you. Then how's it a right? If they can continually deny it and go, but it's working its way through the courts. I am actually tired of every Second Amendment YouTuber who uses it. But have patience, it's going through the courts. Fuck you. It's a right. If our government can deny it from us, it's not a right. Our constitutional rights are the ones that are not supposed to be allowed to touch at all. Yet my home state's one of the worst. They break the Constitution ad nauseum for decades, yet nothing gets done. Nothing. All right, so, sorry. I know I wandered off.
We have not seen the draft indictment that implicates other rich and powerful men who were on Epstein's rape island, who either watched the abuse of young girls or participated in the abuse of young girls.
He didn't care for 4 years.
The sex trafficking. The reality is Pam Bondi has obfuscated for months. She first said there were no more documents to be seen. Now she's admitting and releasing hundreds of thousands of documents, but it is an incomplete release.
That's my biggie. We've released everything. Oh, shit. Hey, look, there's a truckload. When people called her out. Hey, what about this shit? Oh, yeah, here's the truckload. Oh, now we're out of stuff. Oh, shit, I released more. How can you release shit you didn't have? I'd like her arrested just for that. I want her arrested right there. Right there. Done. Arrested. Just for that shit.
With too many redactions. Thomas Massey and I are exploring all options. It can be the impeachment of people at justice, inherent contempt, or referring for prosecution those who are obstructing justice. We will work with the survivors to demand the full release of these files, to demand justice for the Epstein class and accountability.
Here's my other question. If the Democrats want this out so bad, why aren't they just advising these women? We'll back you. Go out there. Go out and name names. Why aren't they doing that? Democrats aren't doing that either. You would think if Ro Khanna really wants that out there, he would tell them, hey, we'll back you. You have me, Massey, all of Congress passing this bill to get all this stuff out there. You have Congress behind you. Come on. Come on, Ro Khanna. Say, go out and name names. We're with you. He's not doing it. Why is he not doing it? Why is Ro Khanna and Thomas Massey left a loophole in there? And then they're not out calling right now. They should be meeting with these victims and going, release it. Give them names. Name names. We will use the power of Congress to protect you. They're not doing that. And that says a shitload to me. Ro Khanna is up there chirping away, but he won't really put his foot down on that gas pedal and say, let's go. I want justice. But I'm not really going to do anything to really Really push it out there now. I want now. All right. Bongino could be a hero going out at the door in January, but I'm not going to hold my breath. A lot of people are wondering that, Jay Watterson. A lot of people are going to be watching his show. The thing is that Bongino took certain oaths, and he could be jailed heavily if he released certain information now. There are things you're sworn to, there's secrecies, there's things. And also the same people that maybe slid his family's picture at him, I'm just guessing, and said, look at these. Oh, aren't they beautiful? Do what we say. They can still do it. They can still do it. If it's enough of a stink to make him leave FBI, you think he's got the power once he's out of there to do anything? I don't know. His show, he might be like a Rolling Stone reporter before he's about to release a big story. Wow, his car, a guy who was meticulous about driving the speed limit, suddenly was driving 130 down the city streets and lost control of his car with electric power steering, electric braking, and a satellite uplink built in. Go look that shit up. These cars have almost no firewalls out there. People with a little bit of knowledge, a modem, and a laptop can hack into your car. If you have a system that'll park itself, has radar systems, whatever else, they can steer your car, brake your car, gas your car, lock you in, do whatever. Look that shit up. That's scary. That's why I kind of like my Trans Am, and I kind of like my Avalanche, because I know where the link is on that. I can pull a fuse. Good luck taking control of my shit. I know where it is on my wife's, too. They made it harder on the newer vehicles. I know how to disconnect hers. So, yeah. All right. I see it, Rad. Dude, I didn't see you do it again. Yeah, Bongino, though. If Bongino, I don't know. I wonder what Bongino can say on his show. But people are going to be watching. I will be. All right, Rad. I'm reading it. Third attempt to comment. If 50 women came out and pointed finger at Clinton, you'd get a statistical anomaly for hit and runs and heart attacks. And they're like, did you write that up here or am I not seeing it? Rad, I think they took your shit down, buddy. Because I've scanned back and I don't see it. I don't know if you changed the wording, but dude, I didn't see it up there, but I agree. I agree, totally. I don't know. I think 50 of them would be too much. Because that would double the Clinton's body count. You know, the guy that was scared to death of water? Didn't even have a bathtub in his house, but went out swimming in the ocean and drowned in the middle of the night? Or the guy that shot himself in the back of the head twice? The guy that committed suicide with a bow and arrow? Dude, come on. The shit around the Clintons just doesn't pass a sniff test. And once again, I love life. I'm going nowhere. If I go look for Nosferatu, bitch, and her family there. They did it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still wanting to put it on Roe. Come on. If Ro Khanna believes this, Ro, you and Thomas Massey, put your nuts out in the ringer. Come on. Tell these women and some of the guys, there are guys involved in this. People have forgotten all about that. There were little not femmes involved. Tell all these victims, we'll back you. The power of Congress is behind you. Name people. Good luck anybody suing against the power of Congress. And God help the Donald Trump administration, even Pamela Blondie, of sitting on evidence while 50 plus women get decimated. Or all of the victims. I want him to, come on. Roe talks big. Put yourself out there. Let's go. All right. I got it that time, Rad. A lot of hit and runs and heart attacks. Probably a lot of really hard and aggressive breast cancer or something. A lot of these women are pretty young for heart attacks, though. That's like the local sheriff's office doesn't approve and tries to ticket the legal CCW. A ticket for legal CCW. Yes. 100%. Yep, that's what happens, Jimmy, in Illinois. Yep. I'm not watching. Well, that in Illinois is such a patchwork of where you can and can't carry. It's a clusterfuck. It just is. Sorry about my language there, guys, on that one. That was a deep hook on that one. I'm watching his show. He'll never say anything. I'm not watching his show and he'll say anything of value on his show, but things could get leaked. I don't know, Jay Watterson. We'll see. We'll see what he says. Actually, I'm going to watch his show because I want to see how he explains a lot of this. His show is, 2 hours, 3 hours long? He's got a lot of time explaining. I don't think people are going to let him have a 5-minute explanation and just go off on something else. I don't think so. I do not think so. You need to put on some tinfoil before talking like that. Bongino goes back to his show. It won't be a success. He talked big in a game and he's done nothing. I think it's going to be a success, at least at the beginning. I think people are still supporting him because I think they are, like I'm saying, him and Cash were brought into a room and there were some nice pictures slid across to him going, look at this beautiful family. Hey, whatever happened to JFK? And they're tapping the pictures of their family members. Whatever happened to JFK? Tap, tap, tap. And there's a lot of people like me that think that's possibly what could have happened. They will watch. They'll watch hoping he leaks something. They're hoping he trips up. They're hoping he just comes out and goes, that's it. They threatened me. That's it. God dang it. I'm in front of 10 million people. Come get me now. Maybe. I don't know. But he did talk a big game. He did talk huge. In fact, I'll be a little bit of a... Jay Watterson, I might get a nod out of you for this one. I think Bongino talked a bigger game than Cash Patel did. He talked big. And we've played it on this show. That thing where him and Cash Patel were sitting there and Dan Bongino, everybody like, he was tired. No. He looked like he was scared shitless and held prisoner. No. Epstein did off himself. There is nobody that did it to him. I've seen the evidence. He killed himself. Dude, that was about as believable as me with my 30% of my lungs left winning the Boston Marathon. So, yeah. Hey, Celtic, how you doing? Last time we showed up on your YT was down on our side 2 days. Holy crap. You can watch a single video. We switched our VPN address and YouTube worked again. Wow. Wow, Celtic. So you are in an area where you are a lot more limited. Dang, Celtic. I actually reset my VPN before I came on, trying to make sure. But hey, as some of you guys have seen, I'm not a dishonest jackass. When I've gone down on YouTube, and I've told you guys, go to Rumble real quick and look, Rumble's still running. There's been times YouTube has actually pulled me down. My rinky-dink little channel. How you doing, Celtic, and welcome back. Glad you got back online, though. Now, you don't have to give anything away. Are you in a place where you are actually not allowed to be on YouTube at all? Or just your version of YouTube is a lot more limited? I have used my VPN to go to other versions of YouTube and Amazon and other places. So you don't have to give anything away, but just let me know, is it that you're not allowed on YouTube at all, or a version, there are certain things, censored where you're at? All right, but no, guys, a lot of good discussion on it. I don't know. None of us are happy. None of us are happy. I just don't trust this slime ball. Don't trust this slime ball. I want to see him put his own nuts in the ringer and really come out and back these victims. Back the victims or shut up. All right. But now we've got enough on Clintons. They should be arrested anyway. They should all be arrested. I mean, we've seen, this is one of the most second biggest pictures shared. So, I mean, okay, let me just say this. I'm married. There is no way in fudging hell I'm going to have a picture taken of me with another lady sitting on my lap. That right there is sus. No. Not even one of my wife's friends am I doing this with. Not a flip you chance. Not to be a dick, but my wife is better looking than all of her friends, so, I did not say that. Oh. Did you see the Bannon speech? Yes, I did. Woof. Oh, no, we have enough to arrest this jackass. See, here's one of them. Redactions. This here is bullshit. This is bullshit right here because this is the image I showed you of Donald Trump right there. That's at one of the Miss America, Universe shows. Yeah, they tried to sneak it in there saying, oh, look. Okay. So, yeah. Now, people are saying that's the image. I'm going to be careful, but I'm not going to show that again. I'm going to stop right there. I don't know about that one. So, but yes, I did see the speech at AmFest. If anybody else saw it, raise your hand. But no, guys, feel free to go over here. U.S. Department of Justice. All you do is type in Epstein Files, Department of Justice, or type it on X. They'll give you the links. There's a lot here to go look at. I have not waded through barely any of it. But yes, I did see his speech at AmFest. Here, let me... Did anybody here watch AmFest? I did not watch much of it. But let me tell you right now, from what I've seen about AmFest, Charlie Kirk is rolling in his grave. I don't think Turning Point is going to be anything near next year what it is today. It's going to be something totally, totally different. It already is. The infighting that went on here, Charlie Kirk would not have allowed this. Charlie Kirk told everybody, no, we've got to be together to put up a fight to stop the Democrats. We can't have this shit. This never would have happened under Charlie Kirk. He would have clamped down on all of this. Even if I think Bannon was right. He would have clamped down. This whole AmFest just looked like a big petty squabble, a big slap fight between a bunch of these fucking idiots. And it just shows, good job. The assassination of Charlie Kirk was the biggest, I mean the biggest assassination since, political assassination since Lincoln. 100%. It did insane damage. And we're going to look back. People are going to look back 100 years or so from now and see the death of Charlie Kirk was a huge turning point for this country. Huge. Whether we recover from it or not, I don't know. But it was huge. In the future, they're going to talk about this as being as big as the assassination of Lincoln. Because AmFest was, to me, a joke. It was a fucking joke. And I actually am going to have to invoke the holy name of Tim Pool. I think Tim Pool's right. By this time next year, you're already starting to see it this year. It's going to be just a bunch of the old school, Romney-esque type, the neocon Republicans taking back over in their suits, just saying certain little catchphrases. It's going to be boring. It's not going to bring in anybody new. It's going to actually turn people off. The younger crowd that was coming in is going to say, screw this. It's going to be stiff, boring, stupid, broken up in their own little cliques again. Charlie Kirk is rolling in his fucking grave after this. This is not what he envisioned, not what he wanted. The only bit and pieces of speeches. Yeah, me too. Oh, rad. Hey, when I refresh my page, turns out they did delete your comments. See, I didn't see them. I scanned back up. I was over on my other computer. I scanned back up and they were gone. They did delete my comments. It seems it's only the third time to get through. Yeah, it will show on your screen. That is some messed up shit. Sometimes YouTube and Rumble does it a lot less. Rumble usually just things go away. Yeah, YouTube will show it to you. I've seen bigger channels, people going, hey, I sent this to you 3 times. Like, what? But yeah, I only saw bit pieces too. So let me reboot my headphones. That's one thing bad about using the wireless ones. You don't use them long enough. So let's go here. Take a quick listen to this. This is only a piece of it. But this Bannon went after Ben Shapiro, for those of you who don't know. He really went after Shapiro. And you know what? I like Bannon better than I like Shapiro any day of the week. How about this? Hey, throw me a flip-flop in the chat if you like Bannon better. Throw me a dreidel in the chat if you like Shapiro better. I want to see how many flip-flops of dreidels I get. But here is at least 35 seconds of this. I'll try to see if we can find more if it seems relevant.
Shapiro is like a cancer, and that cancer spreads.
What's that silence?
It's a cancer, and it metastasizes. He tried to take over Breitbart, and I ran him out of there. He tried to take over David Horowitz's, who was his mentor. Don't ask me. Ask the guys associated with David Horowitz what he did there. He tried to take that over. And mark my word, he will make a move on Turning Point because he's always been envious of Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
Shapiro.
That may have been, honestly, one of the most truthful moments of AmFest. The whole kerfuffle between Tucker and Shapiro. There was a kerfuffle between them two. They went after each other. But I'm telling you right now, I don't know. I like Bannon. I'm still waiting to see what you guys in the chat say. If you like Bannon better than Shapiro, I want to see a flip-flop. If you like Shapiro better, I want to see a dreidel. Or what you can find is a dreidel. Hey, no reply. How's it going? Let's see here. Shapiro wasn't invited till late October. Yep. I don't think Charlie Kirk. I don't know. I don't know if Charlie Kirk would have had him there. I don't know. Charlie Kirk did not. Shapiro did not like Charlie Kirk. Now he's acting like he should be all defensive of him. Something stinks. All right, no reply. How you doing, buddy? Bannon is all over the Epstein files and emails. I don't know why he's even standing there at TPSA. He's an Epstein associate. I have never seen that Bannon was involved in stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, but no reply. Trump is in the Epstein files. Doesn't mean they did anything. Mick Jagger's in there, too. We don't know what that means if they actually did something. To me, we got to be careful. That's why I'm not sure the DOJ releasing some of these celebrities or well-known people in these pictures with Epstein was called for unless they released with those images proof that those people were involved in the pedometer stuff or knew about the pedometer stuff. That's a little much. So we got to be careful what we suspect. I've even heard some other people say that. Be careful because there's pictures of these people around Epstein. It was a big thing, a debutante stuff and parties and doing things. A lot of people did not know. Not everybody knew. So we got to be careful. I have not seen that Bannon knew about this shit. So I don't know. Bannon's friends Epstein up till Epstein's death. I don't know. I haven't seen any of it. But I don't know everything either. So it's possible, no reply. Hold on, give me a minute. Oh no. Hold up, something ain't right. Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel gives me a little bit of squirmies. But friends with Epstein, dude, I've been friends with people that turned out to do some pretty bad shit. I was friends with a guy that ended up homiciding a couple people. Holy shit. So because I was his friend, now I'm guilty? So you got to be careful with that. You don't know everything about somebody's life. Doesn't mean that he knew that stuff. But friends till death, whew, that's rough. Well, Jimmy followed the brief. Jimmy likes Bannon better than Shapiro. And I'm going to say this right now. So I know I'm about to take some shit from this. I'm about to take some shit. I'm about to take some shit for this. Bannon has America's interests at heart, or he likes America better than any other country. Shapiro would sacrifice America today if it guaranteed Israel would be untouched for 500 years. I'd say if it guaranteed they would be untouched and all their enemies would drop to dust instantly. Boom, America's gone under Shapiro. Info from hacked emails. Sorry, no reply. You got to be careful. Just because it's hacked don't mean it's real. Look in the age we lived in. You can make up anything almost now. Look at my thumbnail. I used ChatGPT to make that thumbnail, which is weird because ChatGPT made me that thumbnail off my prompt. But then when I said, hey, try to modify, let's see what you can do, make other versions. And it goes, oh, I can't do that. It goes against my programming and everything. I'm like, what are you talking about? You just made this. I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh. Don't try Grok. Grok is useless. But hacked emails are suspect right away. You don't know what those people did. You don't know if that's really a hacked email or something they made up. See, that's the problem. That is where I do agree with a lot of you guys. We need the actual Epstein documents and stuff released. The stuff that we can at least have some type of idea can prove it's real. It's real, bro. You can say that, but we don't know. Anything that's hacked. Come on, there's been hacked stuff released on Trump that's turned out to be shit. Where some people still today say it's real, bro. There are people out there still say, well, Trump said there's good people in the white supremacists in Charlottesville. It's real, bro. That's what I mean. We don't know. Let's see here. Jay Waters knows. Yeah, but him and I don't agree on everything either. You cannot just openly believe hacked stuff because you don't know what they were making up. That's the problem. Anybody can release anything that you agree with. Oh, yeah, PBD. Like I said, all I was talking about, I'm not even talking about what Bannon may or may not have done. I was asked a simple question, Bannon or Shapiro. That's all I was doing. Ehud Barak's hacked emails. Yeah, because nobody would make up anything about a Jewish leader, right? Because nobody has a reason to try to make them look bad, right? Just saying. Nobody with power to make them look bad. I'm just saying. I got it open over here. I'll look at it later. I have seen some of the hacked emails, but it doesn't mean they're real. It doesn't. If it confirms your belief, you may think it's real even if it's not. I'm not saying it's not, though. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm trying to do a Tim Pool and milk toast fence sit for a sec. All I asked was, I wasn't trying to wander off on another tangent. All I was trying to ask was, if you had to choose which would have the best interest of America in mind more, Bannon or Shapiro, which would you choose? That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying Bannon is epic. I'm saying he's been around Trump for a long time and helped out a lot, and I find him more trustworthy than Shapiro. That's all I was asking. This heavily documented, dude, there's a lot of things that's heavily documented and comes out to be BS. So once again, and I wasn't trying to wander off on another tangent because I know some of this, and I know it just wandered down a deep rabbit hole that I don't have time for yet tonight. I was trying to ask a milquetoast thing. Which is better for America, Bannon or Shapiro? That's all I was doing. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Yeah. I know that. I know that. I do. All right. Let me check Rumble. Okay. Oh, I moved that. I didn't supposed to go there. There we go. What are you doing? Whoa. Oh, there it is. Sorry, my links got out of order on my other computer. It'll drive me nuts. All right, there we go. I'll watch PBD later. But I know some of it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not digging into the rest of that. I know some of that stuff. I'm not thinking Bannon's amazing. I don't watch The War Room all the time and stuff. I actually look at the guy with a bit of a stink eye. But if I had to choose Bannon or Shapiro, I just tried to re-up it. There. There, I fooled YouTube. Yeah, I fooled YouTube. I went to my streaming software and ended the stream, then boom, re-upped it real fast. They took me down. I'll say it right now. Go to Rumble. It's never stopped. Rumble never twitched. Yeah, you go to Rumble, you can see my screen and everything that was going on while you were offline. Rumble never twitched. YouTube took me down. I said the verboten too much. I said, the BANNON. Because a lot of you guys know, he is a huge no-no to a lot of leftards. He was banned tons of places. Default stream key, default stream. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, I ended my stream then re-upped it real quick. So yeah, very nice, YouTube. YouTube tried to take me down. Yeah, I started calling it Bano. Yeah, no kidding, because I got banoed. There you go. Nice, Rad. Yeah. Like I said, if I'm not saying you got to join Rumble, but if you go over my Rumble channel right now, you can just see the few minutes where I was trying to type to you guys and talking to you guys. You can see the screen change in the background and everything. So they took me down. I said the verboten human too many times. Because if you look back in the past, people who talked about the Banos too much, or God forbid, the Jews went after me because I went after Shapiro, whatever you want to believe. They've done that to people before. I've even seen some bigger channels flinch about talking about the Bano guy. So, woofies. And the other one, Pyro or Pyro. Ooh, I like Pyro. I like that, Bano and Pyro. Or I could call him, you know what? How about this? Since you guys are definitely putting him in with the Epstein guy, how about I call him Banner, like Bruce? No, I don't want to mess up Bruce Banner. No, I don't want the Hulk. And I like, Bano. We'll go with Bano. Bano and Pyro or Pyro, yes. I like that. Don't talk about the Jellos too much. Yeah, no kidding. Woof! Dude, I'm betting it's the Bano because, dude, I have no problem giving receipts. All anybody's got to ever do to see if I'm lying about being only taken down on YouTube, just go to my Rumble. That is one of the reasons I still try to stream to Rumble, because you can see when I that's why I tell you guys when it is working or when Rumble's having a problem, because if it's working and if I'm bullshitting you guys, you can go over and look and just see me going, well, shit. Bano, I'll stick with Bano, yes. Yeah, Bano and Pyro or Pyro or whatever. Woof. All right. Well, I learned a lesson tonight, so I'll put his picture back up. Wow. Well, isn't his show on Rumble anyway? So, Rumble ain't going to take me down. All right. Man, oh man, oh man. I just saw this post. We're going to edge in a little bit of, I'm going to avoid, I'm going to try to get YouTube pissed at me again. It's funny. And how do you know when YouTube takes you down? I don't know how many of you guys ever streamed on YouTube. The dashboard tells you when they're screwing you. It does. And I'm a dum-dum. Because when it says, you're not receiving anything, connect your software to stream. But when I go over to my software, it shows me that I'm streaming and shows me my output and everything. So I can tell when they're doing it. And then as a double check, I go click over here on this computer. Hey, looky, Rumble's going just fine. In fact, Rumble's seeing me cuss and go, what the F, YouTube? So they double screw themselves. I'm surprised they haven't got rid of this emote yet. What? Is that a Jew? Oh. Nah. It's a juice box. It's a Capri Sun. I'm sorry. I just saw this. Nice. God dang it. Being trans is not a mental illness. Being not a mental illness. Because this person, I like this, is a trans woman a woman or a man with mental issues? Gender dysphoria involves distress from identity misalignment. Treatment via affirmation. Huh? And I'm going to ask a quick question. This is a quick question here. And I don't know. I am actually posing a question. How does any trans woman know what it's really like to be a woman? When they go, I feel like a woman. How do you know? How do you know? If you were born with a defect, sorry, like it or not, I was born with a defect. My lungs suck. My digestive system sucks. I was born with a defect. You were born with a defect where you say your body and mind don't match. That is a fucking huge defect. That's like taking a little engine out of a Yugo and stuffing it in a Mustang. That ain't gonna match, and there's something wrong. But if you are that born wrong, defective, whether you like it or not, then how can you tell me you know what a woman feels like? No, I feel like a woman. How do you know? How do you know? If you will never have a woman's happy time of the month or actual hormonal changes, I don't care what you're taking for shots, you'll never feel the same hormonal changes. All the other body changes, how a woman changes, how a woman's nerve endings work, which are different than men's. Women have different type of muscle fibers, all this. How can you tell me that you know what a woman feels like now? Now I know what it's like to be a woman. No, you will never know. Never. You cannot. You were born defective. I get to say that because I was born defective. I have a degenerative lung condition. Also affects my digestive system. That's why I breathe the way I do. I've had people make fun of my breathing on my streams for years. Yeah, I breathe like this because I have shit lungs. I'm making do with 30-something% of my lungs functioning. If I put my pulse ox right now, you'll see. So I was born defective, and I get to tell you, you were born defective. This is stupid, and it is gender dysphoria. So yeah, I like this one. It's the only mental illness demanding that the rest of society adopt the patient's delusion as part of the patient's treatment. Boom. And I know 3 people like this. 2 of them would agree with me. One of them wishes they never would have been talked into it. And now they admit they have mental problems because of it. The other one is, thankfully, they stopped before it got too far and were able to reverse most of it, but are still like Jesus. The other one is into it. We just don't discuss it. I feel for that person. But if I walk around thinking I'm a helicopter, hey, why can't I say I identify as a billionaire and demand $1 billion? I'm just saying, if they can demand that we go with what they think or feel today, then why can't I say I feel like a millionaire? Where's my money? You must affirm what I believe. Come on. I feel like my lungs operate at 100% capacity. Affirm it. Come on, make it so. It's craziness. This was my favorite. God dang it. Jay Watterson, Jimmy done it too. Oh, no. No, not you, Jay Watterson. Even if you did, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm not one of those people that gets upset. Make fun of my disability. I don't give a shit. It should all be fair game. I'm not twitchy. I just think it's funny when lefties do it. Lefties. But you're supposed to be tolerant. They're not. Ooh, there's a big dog back behind me. Hey, Riker boy. How you doing, buddy? You guys can see him over my shoulder there. I like that. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I pretty much don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, mountains don't. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Yike. We are in censorship USA where you are watched through your walls. Ah, yeah. Celtic, I'm with you. I run VPNs on everything. My phone runs a VPN. My computer runs a VPN. A lot of people don't know how to make the best use of VPNs, though. You gotta be. You can avoid a lot of things if you know how to use a VPN. When I want to go off grid, I know how to go off grid. I'm not a prepper, but I know enough. I like this one. I am pushing it. Took me down for Bano, so I'm gonna push some buttons now. Oh, I love it. That's yeah. I like this one. This one looks like Stranger Things right here. It's like they just took on something out of Stranger Things. Come on. What the F? No, this shit looks like some of the damn UK roundabouts. Look at this. By the way, roundabouts suck. Even people have had them forever in the UK and Canada can't work them. Where are most of their damn accidents? Roundabouts. If they've had them forever and can't work them, we shouldn't be putting them here. We have some in Bettendorf, Iowa, where there are 3 roundabouts strung together. I shit you not. You go zing around one, is round, round, round. It is stupid as shit. And to the morons on the Bettendorf Facebook page who are bitching about, oh, these dumb Illinois people can't work them. Actually, every time we're over there, I have some moron with an Iowa plate that runs out in front of me and over there. It's not the people in Illinois. The people in Illinois are too going, what the fuck is this thing? It's you Iowa people. Just throw yourself out there. All right. Can't see I'm in the way. Oh, yeah, thank you. Sorry. I had to puff me up because I was trying to get some, I was actually doing some stuff that had password for a second there. So, thank you. Holy crap, somebody told me. I'll even shrink me down just a little bit to get me out of that picture. There. Now I'm not in the way of any of the... Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it, Joel. But yeah. Says it all, don't it? Yeah, I forgot I puffed it back up because I was doing a little password stuff. And I had to poof me back up because I knew I was still running on Rumble. So I was like, I'm pushing it. You know what's scary? This one, I know a guy named Butch. Kind of worrisome. All right. Oh, that's all because of this. There, now you guys can see where I started this thread. Thanks, Joel. I appreciate it. Oh. There you go. I'll just park that right there real quick for you. That's us saying. Come on. We don't affirm this. You don't know what it's like to be a real woman. Don't tell me you do. I know that I feel like a woman. How do you know? How do you know that if your brain and body weren't made right, how do you know that you should be feeling like this? You don't know. We're going to look back on this time and people are going to be like, what the absolute shit? I love this because this person put it up here 100 times. By the way, what's this person anyway? What do they identify? Okay, that says it all right there. Oh, damn it. I like that. That's a good answer then. Repeating things is a sign of mental. Repeating things is a sign of mental. Ooh, boom. I put that there while I check the chat. Let's see. A lot of cities putting roundabouts as part of Agenda 21, Agenda 2030. Oh, great. All I know is I hate roundabouts. They've had them in Bettendorf for a while, but man, this one area they got they're linked together. It's the goofiest thing you've ever seen in your life. I hate roundabouts. In fact, in Davenport, they're taking, and we've done a few on this side of the river, taking huge wide thoroughfares and splitting them down with a huge turn lane in the middle. They think a two-way now is going to be better than a big one-way. Dude, during high traffic times, every one of these roads is a clusterfuck now. We made big one-ways for a reason. How does a surgeon make a them, they? It's always binary. Male or female surgeons can't make a Z because they don't even know what that is. 100%. Yeah. Agreed. Well stated. Yeah, if you have to use a dilation device to ram it in there and keep this thing pried open or that's going to heal up, don't tell me you know what a woman feels like. Women don't have to do that, and women will get some feeling out and pleasure out of that. You will never. That's just sickening. In fact, ew. Jazz Jennings, look that up. You'll get the idea what mommy was doing. Gross. Exactly. It's true. We suddenly have started affirming mental illness instead of fixing it. This is the problem. We don't have asylums anymore, and now the inmates are out wandering among us. Why do you think we have tons of unhappy people among us? Because they're on 4 or 5 or 6 behavioral drugs. Or worse, they're not on any. And they should be. We used to put them in these places so they get on their meds. Or because we knew they shouldn't be out and among the rest of us. So yeah. I don't even say before the 70s. I'd say before the 80s. I think we had a lot of asylums up till the 80s. Then that woke shit took over. 100%. I'm going to go right by that one. All right, so. Crafty Huragok, what is up? Roundabouts are okay in low-density areas. They suck in high-density population areas. That Bettendorf area where they have a couple of them connected is high density. It's a clusterfuck. And I'm just saying. I've seen tons of videos online. My wife and I like watching crash videos. You watch ones from the UK, where are most of the crashes? In the flipping roundabouts, and they've had them forever. If they can't work them well, they've had them for a generation or two, then we shouldn't have them. Great stream, isn't it? We went from the Brown University thing to Epstein pedo nut craziness to talking about this in roundabouts. Wow. It's a wonder there's not a gender called roundabout. Roundabout now, I feel like this. Roundabout now, I feel like this. Roundabout now, I feel like a kitty cat. Ooh, I just gave him an idea, didn't I? Roundabout. There's going to be a gender called roundabout. Watch this shit. Watch Dashcam Australia. I've seen some of them. Somebody's talking to the imaginary friends is fun. Ain't that right, Jax? Jax is not imaginary. You've seen him. I talked to Jaxie. There's a big Riker on the other side of this couch right now. There's 100 pounds of Chesapeake on the other side. I just think it's funny that roundabouts are a big problem when they've had them forever. Put a roundabout in my small town. I got pulled over for riding around. They said always wanted to try NASCAR. That'd be fun. My mom used to like to take us, clover leaves. She would run the clover leaf. You go around one, go to the other, go to another, go to another. She'd keep running the clover leaf sometimes for fun. That was kind of cool. Accidents happen in roundabouts and in parades. You mean like in Wisconsin where a guy drives through that? Remember how that got swept under the rug? They even tried blaming the Ford Escape. They were, car drives through parade. No, the car didn't do jack shit. The guy driving it did. He was trying to end people, especially white people. Remember that? A lot of people forgot. That is a race crime. Imagine if a crazy cracker dude drove into the middle of a Martin Luther King parade. Yeah, that got swept under the rug. Griswold couldn't get off the roundabout in Europe. Make ECT great again. Cattle prod to septum rings. Oh. No. See, not Jimmy. No, actually, I'm the other way. I love the septum rings. It tells you what's about to happen. Septum rings are a mark of the beast. You see a septum ring, and yeah. I'm going to leave that right there. I like septum rings because it lets you know, not all the time, but most of the time, what you're about to deal with. You can see it coming from a distance and go, you can either plan a plan of attack, as in verbally. You get to make a comment or if you're wearing one hat, make sure you grab your Trump hat and throw it on quick. Or if you have your jacket closed, open it up to your Ice Baby t-shirt real quick. You can have a plan of fun. Or you plan to go, yeah, that person I'm just going to avoid. So I like them. I think, actually, as soon as you sign up to vote for Democrats today, they should have to clip one on you. Male or female. Male or female. Okay, registered Democrat. Clip. I like them. I want warning. I think it's a damn warning. I would like to see somebody cattle prod one of those. Now, you're giving me some happy thoughts. Big Ben, Parliament, I love the Griswolds. Oh, my wife's one of her favorite Christmas movies is Christmas Vacation. I like that one. I'm going to repost that. I like that one. Oop, didn't mean to do that. I like that one. Oh, your mental illness is not my new reality. Yeah. Ouch. That's a good one. You guys seen that one? A state of awareness only achieved by those dumb enough to find injustice in everything except their own behavior. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a beaut. That is a beaut. I think I'll be following him. Yeah, I like that. All right, so. Oh, my Lord. Best Exes movie, Vacation, and Die Hard. Don't forget, by the way, Die Hard 2 and Lethal Weapon 1 are Christmas movies. Yep. At least the one trans person I know that we don't discuss our beliefs because we believe opposite stuff, at least that person is doing things to try not to look like that. It's just ridiculous. And if I caught you in the bathroom with my niece or my wife's niece or anything else, you are not going to dig it. All right, so let's head over here. I'm going to puff me up. We're going to talk a little bit longer and get the funky doodles out of here as I got stuff to do. And I learned something today I'm going to have to try out again. I got a feeling it is, that's weird. There we go. I got a feeling it's when I open a link, like if Jay Watterson shared that link, I think I opened and had it split the window somehow. So I'll figure out how to do that. That was working really helpful. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, Macaulay Culkin said it's not a Christmas movie. Well, guess what? The writer of Die Hard said, yes, it's a Christmas movie. And a year after Die Hard came out, it was thought of as a Christmas movie. And then it was dropped for a long time. Then last like 5-6 years, it's really come back up. I know it's his name, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. It is not a Christmas movie, even if the guy says so. And he goes through these parameters. But dude, it is a Christmas movie. Everything in it is Christmassy. It's like the opening of Lethal Weapon. Christmas. He's all upset. They're taking a dude down in a whole thing, a Christmas tree selling where he's selling drugs. It's all Christmas. He's upset because it's Christmas time and his wife died right around Christmas time. Come on. Macaulay Culkin can say whatever he wants. It's a Christmas movie. I still like A Christmas Carol. Some of the older versions of Scrooge or Christmas Carol, whatever they want to call it, are amazing. I love them. I got to watch that once a year. My wife and I have got to watch Christmas Vacation. And I usually do watch Die Hard 1, 2, and Lethal Weapon 1. I usually watch them too. And then we get the classics. The old Rudolph. The old Frosty. Oh, yeah. Those are good. Like A Christmas Story was so commercialized. I burned out on Christmas Story. Yeah. The other one, come on. You guys know it. The one that's really, you guys know, and I can see it. I can't get it out of my mouth. You know the one I'm talking about. Notice he's next to the disabled sign. Yes, I did notice that, Rad. Nice grab. That's what made me talk about the bathroom situation. Yeah, he's kind of crazy. Bruce says, ho, 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 and there's an Xmas tree, Xmas movie. It's at a Christmas party during Christmas. They're playing Christmas music in the car. Argyle's playing. Yeah, we can have this discussion. In fact, if you guys want, I will do a discussion on Christmas movies either on this channel. This channel is going to be whatever I want. Yeah, I'll do mostly politics, but I do whatever I want. Or I can do it on Exploring with CF here in a couple days. Let me know. I bet my Exploring with CF people would probably like me to do it there. But I don't mind either way. Alan Rickman, yes. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. Oh, Alan Rickman, dude. Hans Gruber. Such a, god dang, that's a good movie, isn't it though? And man, I'll tell you what. Everybody send prayers or Christmas wishes to Bruce Willis. I mean, that sucks, dude. That sucks. Man. I will say this. At least his wife is standing by him. You know, Demi got the separate house over there for him where they got staff and help and they got it set up so he doesn't hurt himself. And that's horrible. Like the old claymation Christmas specials. Yes, Jimmy, those are the ones. Those are the ones, baby. Love those. Maybe New Year's cauliflower ears. Yeah. It is weird. It is weird. Oh, man. Let me check Rumble real quick. All right. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes, guys. I think we're probably going to call it there. I think we've done it. But let me know, either comments later if you guys watch this afterwards or any of you here. Let me know, would you like to do a discussion about movies? Because this is a politics and pop culture channel. I also have Exploring with CF, which I've got 30 different urban explorations I need to edit and get out on that channel. And we used to do some movie discussions on there at the Christmas, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's sad Willis had to phone in doing heaps of crap movies with earpiece for his lines. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, the guy did it. There was talk about that, and I think there was an interview where he said he was doing it because he wanted to make sure his family was okay. I mean, his medical can't be, they don't have insurance, so a lot of their medical they pay is probably out of pocket. I don't think the guild does a lot for them. So, yeah. I like the part in Rudolph when his black nose cover pops off and his dad's eyes go all googly. Yeah. Yeah, his dad goes cross-eyed. That is, yeah. I have to admit, I probably laughed at that a few times. All right, guys. I'm going to hop out of here. It is 4 a.m. My wife's going to be probably, well, it's Sunday. She's not going to be getting up early. That's good. But for those of you here, do me a favor. Please hit thumbs up. I respect it, but it was sad. Yes, it was rad. And, okay, here, let me give you another movie. If you want, oh, by the way, did anybody notice Gil Gerard died this week? But another good Bruce Willis movie. Probably right up next to Die Hard for me. I love Fifth Element. I love that movie. That is peak entertainment to me. I love it. A couple of your comments didn't post. Yeah, well, hey, ask Rad about that and a couple of the others up here posting stuff. Getting mad at me. Oh, yeah, YouTube is goofy. You guys keep posting stuff that doesn't go up. Yeah, I see message retract. What? I see stuff here that says message retracted, but it's not over here. Oh, that's crazy, guys. My chat, if you can see my chat there on my screen, that's different than the chat over on my laptop. There is differences on my chat. I can see things. I forgot about that. Whoa. There's a 20-second between me posting and you seeing it. Yeah. And I got running low latency, but they always have a slight delay. I didn't run ultra low. I could run ultra low latency, though, and it would get there quicker. Oops, shit. I didn't mean to do that. That's not what I meant to do. I'm hitting buttons. There we go. All right. I'm retracting my own post. Okay. But I can't see it on this screen. But over here, I can see it. I can see where it says retracted, but I go back over to the live chat over on my other computer. It doesn't show me any of that. I forgot about those changes when you're on your actual desktop or your studio. Well, hell, we usually rabbit hole you with movies here anyways. It's not a rabbit hole. If you go read what this channel is about, it says politics and pop culture in a world gone full potato. So I'm both. I actually have stuff for both. So we'll do that. I think we'll do that. I don't trust my history long-term jobs using AI. See, I wonder. You know what I wonder? I don't know this yet. I've never looked into it. I know I can stream on multiple platforms. Can you stream across 2 YouTube channels at once? Wouldn't that be weird? If I could stream to this one and one of my other YouTube channels at once, that'd be different. That would be totally different. So you guys can't even see the stuff I've got up on my screen right now. Stream key default. It says default stream. And I got a whole thing up here. I can actually open a menu, but you guys can't even see it. That's why I have an alt email to sign into YouTube. I have lot 7. Because I had multiple channels. And this one over here, I can't, for some reason, get this one to log in where I can type to you as LYON'S Den. I fill everything, my email and everything, and it just suddenly goes to one of my Kylie accounts and says, well, you can't. But it's under the right email. But it doesn't put my LYON'S Den symbol up or anything. It won't let me type to you on there. It says I have to create a channel to join the chat. It's like, to hell? Weird. I think you can using OBS. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kay, you know what I miss? Okay, get ready to, I'm not a boomer. Or am I? No, I'm not a boomer. Get ready to okay boomer me, though. I miss Google Hangouts. It was easy to pull in other people everywhere to do a stream together. We did it on Tough Topics. I've done it on Exploring CF. I used to do it on other channels. It was easy to pull people in. Them ending Google Hangouts sucked. Some people didn't like how it worked, but it worked pretty good and it was really easy. OBS and all this other stuff. Oh, I don't have the brain cells for this. We all miss Google Hangouts. Thank God. Thank you, Kay. Because, man, when that ended, I knew tons of people just pissed. And all I hear now is people bitch about StreamYards and bitch about OBS. I'm like, Hangouts did it all. It was great. Imagine if they'd kept Hangouts and how much better it would be now. Oh, my Lord. I miss Talk City. What's that one? What is Talk City? I really don't think I've heard that one. Yeah, I've got like so many email accounts or accounts on Google that I have to, I definitely have to write them down. By the way, use YouTube to learn OBS. That's what I did. Okay. Yeah, I know. YouTube. I use YouTube to learn a lot of things too. And I know it's just, on G Plus you can do private chats. Yes, wasn't that great? That was really great. Yes. It was really nice. It's amazing. I'm running into so many other people that miss Google, G Plus and Hangouts and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I know I can learn I can learn how to use my software, my streaming software. They've got a lot of YouTube tutorials I could use and learn it better because it has shitloads of features I don't use. It'll put a background in for me and make me look like I'm everywhere. I can change different sound settings. I can have my hotkeys do sounds and pop up a little funny video thing. And there's so many features I don't use. I just stream. Some of those live chats on YouTube are weirdos. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. I resemble that remark. So there, you just have to have the streaming keys for the different platforms. Okay. Well, that's what I'm doing here. I'm streaming on 2 different platforms. I mean, I can run it in my normal software, and I'm streaming YouTube and Rumble. I do have a Kick account I've never tried to stream on. I can stream on X if I could figure it out, and I could hit it. My software, my streaming software I use is XSplit, and it'll let me stream, I think it's 7 platforms at once if I want, but I gotta make sure I got the bandwidth too. And sometimes running a VPN while you're doing your streaming does lower your bandwidth a little, so. If I did that many platforms at once, I would definitely want to have like even faster internet than I have now. I have streamed on Kick, but I love Pilled. Oh my God. See, I can't even keep up on these things. Pilled? I have Exploring with CF is on BitChute. It's on Odyssey. It's on YouTube. And I think Exploring with CF might be on Rumble. I don't know. That's my urban exploring channel I had. I still have it, but I'm not doing much with it. And you streamed on Kick. Okay. Earlier versions of Facebook where you could hang out and chat and learn from hackers in some rooms. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Hey, Jimmy resembled her more. Exactly. Jax has awesome early morning streams. Dude, I wouldn't put it past him. My wife still thinks it's amazing because on my Exploring with CF channel, he used to get up and people could see him. He'd lay right by the camera sometimes. And he was known in like 7 countries. It drove her crazy. He had a fan base. You can say anything on Pilled. Wow. Well, you can say a lot on Rumble. Rumble's pretty good. In fact, I just flipped over to Rumble there. That's Rumble. I don't have the dashboard pulled up, though. But that's Rumble. That's where I end my stream and everything down there. Pilled. I'm going to have to check it out. All right. I don't know. I don't know if I want to stream on more than 2 platforms, though. I'm already got enough brain problems. I don't know. Rumble, I like Rumble as a backup, as you can see, like tonight. When YouTube went down, Rumble didn't. I like that backup. But I don't think unfortunately, I'll say it many times. YouTube, I probably won't ever grow on YouTube. Maybe. I don't know. I've had arguments with them. You see what they do to me. They take me down. They admit they're shadow banning me. You name whatever. They admit it. But Rumble just doesn't have the reach. You can't grow. If you can get big on YouTube and pull an audience over to Rumble, you can do it like Salty did and Crowder and a bunch of others. You got to be able to grow somewhere first. Gary from Nerdrotic says that right now he would hate to start a YouTube channel. It's the worst time he's seen in a decade to start a YouTube channel because they throttle so many people and they seem to be pushing a corporate thing. They're really, really not good to grow if you're small. So, yeah. I mean, I grew Exploring with CF and Tough Topics and a couple other channels a lot faster. One of them was a political channel. Potato News Network is a political. They got, I hit pretty good size and then poof. I will send you my link on Pilled. Okay. Yeah. Do that, Kay. Thanks. And if you don't send it here and I don't see it here before I get off here, send it to exploringwithcf@gmail.com. Or no, it's not exploring. See? Too many channels. I told you. LYON'SDenWS6@gmail.com. Hey. Lord loves a duck. See, I told you. Too many. Way too many. And if you ever go to my Exploring CF channel and see my avatar, it's me wearing an N95 mask. That's not because of COVID. Don't get on me. I had that a long time before because my doctor's like, if you're going to be doing that with your bad lungs, you better wear this N95. So I did it. It looked like a green ninja, dude. Yeah, go ahead and send me your link. Yeah, send it. If you don't get it here before I get off here, LYON'SDenWS6@gmail.com for the love of donkey's butt. Or you can put it in the comments here too. All right, but I am going to get off here, guys. It is 4 a.m. I was going to try to keep it around 2 hours. We're at 2 hours 39. And once again, I blame you guys because you're interesting. You keep me interested. I like talking with you. So I do appreciate it. And if you haven't, please hit thumbs up for the stream. Share the channel out with anybody else you think might be semi-interested. And let's hope Bunny comes back soon. I haven't talked to her for a few days. Last I knew, she was very busy after her move and had some family health issues going on. So I will try to email Bunny and see how she's doing. And to Jim Patterson, I know you wanted to be on, but I came on too late tonight. Hope you're feeling good, buddy. And he had some eye surgery recently. Jim Patterson did have a bunch of eye surgery. So he's, you sent it on X. All right, cool. Thanks, Kay. I will go and find it, actually, as soon as I hop off here. So I'm going to hop out. Sorry, guys. I'm going to hop out. I'll look that up before I turn my computer off. Thank you, Kay. And I'll look into Pilled and see if I can get my little gerbil brain to want to handle more. Trying to set up more stuff. All right. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. If you are coming up on a Sunday morning or afternoon like I am, I hope you have a good day. And talk to you later. Appreciate it. Have a good one, everybody. And yes, let's hope I really want more Epstein stuff. And I would love to see Pam Bondi. Come on, you guys got to agree with me. Wouldn't you love to see Pam Bondi held accountable? I would. See you, everyone. Thank you.